Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? Here we go. We're getting ready for round one tonight. And hey, this is kind of like 3 days of Christmas, right? I mean, if you got a team with a first round pick, then hey, you already know what it is. I'm sure we all have the guys that we're hoping that our team gets. But overall, whoever our team gets, we just want to ensure that that player ends up making an impact in a positive way for our organization. But it is going to be a great night for a lot of these young men out here. So excited to see what's going to transpire. One thing for sure, a lot of craziness will transpire in this one. Let's see, we've got Michael here. Michael, what's good with you? What's good? And you say draft beer? Hey, that's what's up. Carmichael says, let's go. He says draft night is finally here. He's looking forward to seeing what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do today. And so Carmichael says, hello, JV. How are you? I am doing great. JB is excited. I couldn't stop thinking about the draft ever since like maybe 2 hours ago. I've been just laser focused on the draft. But how are you doing? Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and make sure that you guys. All right, perfect, perfect. Yeah, how are you doing? All right, so give JB 1 second here. JB got so excited here that yeah, JB's not exactly set up just yet. So give me 1 minute. Braden, I see we've got Braden here. What's good with you? What is good with you? But yes, JB is ready for it. All right, perfect, perfect. Let's see. And so we got Old Man Mob here as well. Old Man, what's good with you? Let's see. Carmichael says you've got a 50-word essay due tomorrow, but the draft is more important. That's the kind of spirit I'm talking about right there, Carmichael. That's where dreams are made of right there. Braden says, "Let's go." I know what Braden's thinking about. I know exactly what Braden's thinking about. But hey, how about the fact that we got Lamar Jackson's deal finally completed so we can move on from the storylines that have hampered us? We've seen Aaron Rodgers finally become a Jet. We see Lamar Jackson finally get his money. And man, what some money that is. And tonight we're going to finally get a lot of questions answered and stuff like that. So I am looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Make sure that you guys can see that. All right, so give JB 1 second here. All right, so just 1 second. But yeah, JB is excited about how things are going to play out today. All right, and again, just trying to get this ready real quick. All right, and let's see what's going on here. All right, Phoenix, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? All right, let's see. Oh, it says Braden. Hopefully your Packers don't go after my guy again. And you already know, old, because I thought about that trade they made with the Jets, particularly swapping first round picks, which was only a difference of 2 spots there. Honestly, I mean they swapped the 13th and the 15th pick for one reason. That means that the fifth person in 15th wanted to ensure that the 14th, which happens to be the Patriots, don't select the player that they want. So Green Bay is thinking that whatever player they really want, they're thinking that New England is possibly going to go after that player. So they jumped, made that swap with the Jets, particularly for that reason. Saturday Pro, what's good with you? You can't talk draft without talking Saturday Pro. What's good with you? And you say thumbs up. I know you're ready to see what the Buffalo Bills are going to do and stuff like that. I feel like for Buffalo, a big day for you guys will be most more so tomorrow and stuff like that in terms of obviously today's going to be important, but I feel like the second and third round is going to be very critical for Buffalo this upcoming season. Let's see. Carmichael says Lamar just wanted to keep getting beat by the Steelers, and so hey, he's getting paid to do it, getting paid to do it for sure. Braden says, happy he got his deal done. I am as well. You said they did that on purpose. You already know. You already know. That's what the holdup was. You already know. Let's see. Phoenix says downtown Kansas City was very busy this afternoon. So, oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. The commissioner said, I'm tired of getting booed down there in Chicago. Let's go to Kansas City. They're actually going to be happy. They won the Super Bowl. They know how to party. So that's why the commissioner set this up to be down there in Kansas City. He was tired of getting booed down there in Chicago. Braden says he. Let's see. Saturday Pro says Packers fleeced the Jets, and so there you have it. Let's see. O says how good Shams Charania, and so good old Shams, good old Shams. Meanwhile, Carolina is officially on the clock here, so any moment this pick can come in. So let's give JV 1 second here, but yeah, any second this pick can come in. But yeah, I'm just glad that we're finally here, guys. We are finally here at the draft. All right. And again, I think it's going to be Bryce Young, but who do you guys think the first pick will be? And again, give JB 1 minute. All right. Let's see. All right, let's see. Where am I at here? Let's see. Saturday Pro says my cousin team get young, and so okay, hey, that'd be a nice foundational piece. Saturday Pro, it would be. Let's see. Oh, it says because it says Panthers taking Bryce Young. And let's see, Braden says, True Saturday Pro. Let's see, Saturday Pro says Patriots trade up. Now that'll be a shocker. That'll be a shocker. If the Patriots trade up, I for one will be shocked and stuff like that. I really would be. Let's see, Braden says boo. Carmichael says boo. Saturday Pro says you hate the lousy commissioner, boo. We should all boo the commissioner. I don't know how many times he has docked my team of a first round pick. Let's see. Carmichael says you think it's going to be Bryce Young. Yes, this is going to be it. All right, let's see. All right. But yeah, this is going to be it. Again, JV's just trying to set something up here. Okay. All right, I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, JB may just have to leave it then. All right, let's see. Old says. All right, let me see. All right, so. All right, so Old says, why are they bringing out so many Kansas City players? I guess they're still in celebration mode. They want to celebrate, the Super Bowl, I guess. Carmichael says, boo Patrick Mahomes. Brandon says, not booing Mahomes. Everybody gets booed. You know that the National Football League stands for not for love because the fans will not love you for long. The moment you have success, they will turn on you. Got Kelsey up there at the podium. Let's see, Carmichael says, I am definitely booing Patrick Mahomes. Let's see, Owen says, I hate to say it, but Kansas City reminds me of prime Pats. And let's see, Braden says, LOL, Carmichael. And so I'd have to agree with that, Ode. I would have to agree with that. Let's see, Ode says, the best quarterback in the NFL and the best tight end in the NFL. Hey, that's the formula right there for championships. Speaking of which, there are a lot of tight ends that I'm looking forward to seeing where these tight ends are going to end up going at. Carmichael says, whoever the Steelers pick won't get booed. Oh, I understand that. I got you there. I got you there. I got you there. And you still want Joey Porter Jr. to be the selection for the Pittsburgh Steelers, correct? All right, so Carolina officially on the clock as we count down to officially figure out that number one pick, in which we think we know who it might be. So yeah, again, Bryce Young. I mean, at 5 foot, what about 5'10", about 204, 205 pounds. That'll be a great pick for Carolina. All right, Carmichael says either Joey Porter or an offensive tackle. And so, what I sure hope, I know that you wasn't on the stream at the time, but I sure hope if you take Paris Johnson Jr. that he blocks better for you than he did for me when I played my stream on Saturday and stuff like that. I'm sure that old man and Braden can attest to that and stuff like that. Like, and you always think that first team has like they know they're picking first, so they should be done like immediately. Carmichael says Steelers have talked with the Bears about moving up. Ooh. I definitely say see how the draft goes right there. Let's see. Old says, why they wasting so much time? They already know who they're taking. And so, yeah, I mean, considering the fact that they did not reach out to any prospect, I guess they just wanted to wait till they're officially on the clock and then reach the family so they can keep the, suspense up, whatever their reason was and stuff like that. They already knew who they were going to pick. Now, it would be funny, though, if we're all seeing all these Bryce Young highlights and it ends up not being Bryce Young. Now, that would be funny. And then figuring out who's going to be the first defensive player off the board. I feel like there's really three players it could really be. Whether we're talking Will Anderson Jr., whether we're talking Tyrese Wilson, let's see. Old says D Hop might be going to the Titans. I surely hope not. I surely hope not, old man. I mean, if he's gonna go somewhere, and I mean, I obviously I want it to be the Patriots and stuff like that. But if it's not the Patriots, I know he wants to play for Buffalo and stuff like that. Kansas City would make a lot of sense right there. If it's not them, then maybe outside chance the Baltimore Ravens if they're just trying to make a splash. But outside of that, to go to the Titans, why would you waste this man's career and send him to Tennessee? What's left of it? Why would you do that? Tennessee needs to be moving up with the Cardinals for their third pick, and then probably go after a guy like Anthony Richardson. That's what Tennessee needs to be doing. Don't worry about a receiver yet. Phoenix says it could happen. Carmichael says Will Levis first. Braden says I think the Packers are drafting offensive lineman. Saturday Pro says advertising money says you will take an entire time. You know what? When you put it like that, absolutely, absolutely. Old says just send him anywhere but Buffalo. Anywhere but Buffalo. As we all await that pick. Carmichael says, just pick already. He's tired of the suspense. He says, just pick already. Yeah, we all just want to see that pick come in. That's all we're waiting for right now. All right, let's see. Carmichael says just pick already. You say you think the pick is in. Braden says they're clapping right now. Yeah, we just want the pick, really. All right, and I'm trying to see if I can find a way to get it quicker on my end as well. All right, we might actually be in business, folks. All right, give JB 1 second here. All right, so can you guys, I guess, well, once this finished loading and stuff like that. All right, can you guys see this? The pics, or am I blocking the way? Let me see. All right, so Saturday Pro says Young. So yes, Bryce Young, Bryce Young. Or at least that's what is popping up here. All right, Carmichael says, who I think the Texans pick it to? Well, Carmichael, for number two, I feel like the Houston Texans, they will end up taking, if I had to guess right now, let's see. Phoenix said this is the first time watching the NFL draft. Glad it's with you guys. And so, hey, we're glad that you're here with us. Glad that you're here with us. Absolutely. And you guys, let me know if you can see the right hand side right here, and stuff like that. So if you guys can see it, or am I if I'm blocking it or something like that, you guys just let me know. If you guys can see it, you guys probably can't see it. All right, Fortnite. We got Fortnite here. What's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? All right. Meanwhile, let me see if I can edit my thing and move it out the way here. All right, let's see. All right, so if I move myself over here, you guys should be able to now see. All right. Carmichael says just announced the pick. All right. All right, so my TV is just saying that the pick is in just now, so I don't know how far behind JB might be actually. All right, let's see. Fortnite says good. Yeah, I am doing great. There's nothing like draft night. I am excited, especially the first round, all the suspense and stuff like that. But JB loves the entire draft process, so best believe that. All right, so there it is. So for anybody that doesn't know, Bryce Young is the pick for the Carolina Panthers, and you guys should be able to see it here on the right-hand side. Again, let me know if you can't see it. If the comments are blocking it, I can move the comments out the way as well. Just let me know. All right, let's see. Fortnite says the chat is in the way. All right, bet. Yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can move that around real quick. All right. All right, so I'm gonna try to move it. If I move it right here, and then maybe move myself out the way here. All right, so I'll move myself over here. All right, let me know if that works. Let me know if that's good. Again, that should be good. All right, so Bryce Young, congratulations to him. And hey, this if he can stay upright and take the hits, there's no doubt about his ability to obviously process information, as we all heard so much about. And he can just flat out go out there and play. He's a great leader. And so this is the kind of guy that you want here for your franchise for the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, with a coach who we all believe in can develop quarterbacks, this is a great selection here for the Carolina Panthers. All right, we got Black Medicine here as well. What's good with you? You say roll tide? Hey, he's going to be rolling against the Atlanta Falcons. But Bryce Young, first pick off the board to the Carolina Panthers. All right, so you guys should be able to see everything now, so we should be good. And the rest of the focus will be purely on the draft. And so, hey, appreciate the super chat there. And as he says, roll tide, as he says there. And so, yeah, and they're going to be rolling. They're going to be rolling. Will they get back-to-back selections, though? Will Anderson follow and be the number two pick? I don't know. Houston is pretty much up in the air. Common sense tells me Houston needs a quarterback, but something tells me that Houston really wants to go defense and stuff like that. So we will see. But what do you guys think that Houston's going to do? Saturday process, Patriots be alert. Yeah, if you're a Patriot fan, you best believe that you're either going to be staying where you're at or you're going to be moving back. One of the two. But hey, you never know. I wonder who's going to be getting Hopkins though. I feel like Hopkins gets traded today, and I wonder who will it be. Let's see. Carmichael says Texans on the clock. Braden says that they didn't overthink it. And so yeah, I think that's the perfect way to put it. They did not overthink it. Sometimes you got to keep it simple. It's easy this time of the year to start overthinking things and stuff like that, thinking about the size. Because really, when we hear all these quarterbacks and stuff like that, the case for some of the other quarterbacks is purely their size, their measurements, and all of that. But you put on the film, you like what you see from Bryce Young. And if you want someone who's a football player and stuff like that, not a project, but a football player that's going to come in day one and be ready, that's Bryce Young right there. So if he can just, gain a little bit of size as time goes on in terms of, put some weight on him and stuff, hey, he'll be in great shape. Saturday Pro says first ever Alabama player to go number one. All right, let's see. Carmichael says CJ or Will. You say the pick is in. And oh wow, would you look at that? Would you look at that? So yeah, this is way ahead of my TV here. So looks like CJ Stroud, according to Pro Football Focus, will be the pick here. So Houston goes quarterback. Braden says this is where the draft starts. Carmichael says wonder who the Texans are picking. Saturday Pro says Pats to move up. The Pats will not move up. They will not move up. All right, but you guys can definitely see the picks here. So yeah, so Pro Football Focus, I don't know where they're getting theirs from, but they must be getting theirs like way, way ahead of my TV and stuff like that. And you say smart. Old says great pick. Carmichael says JB, you might have to go back to the original one. And so you say the original one is too fast here. Yeah, but you guys let me know if it's too quit like too fast there. I mean, if you guys prefer that I go ahead and switch back to the ESPN, just let me know. I can switch back to the ESPN, whichever one works best for you guys and stuff like that. If you guys prefer to see it fastest here, we can see it fastest here. But if you guys prefer to see, I guess, from the ESPN view, you guys let me know. Let's see. Carmichael says it's too fast, JB. And so, all right. So Carmichael says it's too fast there. So, yeah, we can go ahead and move it back to the ESPN one. So just give me 1 second here, and I will switch it back to the ESPN one. I wish my TV was as fast as this. All right. So I have switched it back. So let me check the view to see what you guys are seeing here. Um, up. All right. All right, so there you go. So, all right, so can you guys see it at the top of the screen here? Or do I need to move anything? Is the chat in the way now, or chat's probably in the way? All right, let's see. All right, so Old says it's crazy. I switched to all my TV channels and the pick still hasn't came in. And so, yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the ESPN thing because we do like the mystique that leads up to it. Pro Football Focus, they're just on some different stuff right now. So yeah, I went ahead and switched it. You guys just let me know what I need to do to make the view look better for you guys, so that way you guys can see it. I'll move the chat as well, so that way it's back to the side where I previously had it before. So. All right, so I'll move the chat. I'll move myself as well. All right, so hopefully this will work here. But yeah. All right, perfect, perfect. That should work. That should work. All right. All right, anytime, Carmichael, anytime. And let's see, Saturday Pro says, say it when the TV says it, JB. And so, all right, bet. Speaking of the TV, what a TV just announced now for me that Ohio State quarterback CJ Stroud is a selection of the Houston Texans. And so there you have it, my guy. I have seen this guy since he took over, and I knew that there was something special about this kid. And he is going to be the one, both him and Justin Fields, to change the narrative, the way that you think about Ohio State quarterbacks. But this kid can throw from the pocket. He can run as well, but he has that pass first mentality, and that's exactly what you want if you're in a quarterback. To me, I think of him, I think of what Justin Herbert is in the NFL in terms of how he ranks amongst other quarterbacks. I think that's a good expectation for CJ Stroud. He has the potential to maybe be even better than that, but I think around the Justin Herbert type of level is what you should expect from CJ Stroud. And I'm just excited for the kid. I mean, I feel like I grew up with him. One thing about him is I seen this man, donate the money that he got and stuff like that through those NIL deals for the community to help them out. I've seen him buy his teammates a whole bunch of like suits so that way they can all dress up to the games and stuff like that. So I've seen him and the kind of character that he has and stuff like that. So this is a great pick. Now, when I did this in my mock draft, Texan fans came after me and stuff like that. They did not like the selection of CJ Stroud, but he is going to win them over. I have no doubt about that. He will win them over. Braden says, good pick by the Texans. Carmichael says, Arizona should pick Will Anderson. I think the Cardinals, if they can trade it, they should trade it. I would not be surprised if they make a trade with the Tennessee Titans, although I don't know if that's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made a trade with Tennessee, so Tennessee can probably come up and try to steal Anthony Richardson from Indianapolis. I would not be surprised if that's the case. Let's see. Oh, it says, by the way, either Johnson Jr. or Jackson Smith and Jigma will get picked with the Texans' second pick. What number is the Texans' second pick, by the way? What number is their second pick? But man, am I happy for CJ Stroud there. I'm going to miss him at Ohio State. I will miss him. I wish that we accomplished more in terms of, like championships and stuff and division titles, but I will miss him at Ohio State for sure. Oh yeah, this is it. Houston did the right thing here, the right thing. You went ahead and got your franchise quarterback here. So I'm so happy for him. Let's see, Carmichael says, I think Jackson Smith and Jigma should get picked so CJ can stay with him. Hey, that'd be great if they compare the two of them. That would be great, and that'd be the start of, changes here offensively. Let's see, Fortnite says, how are you? I am doing pretty good, Fortnite. I am doing pretty good. Just, hey, nothing like a Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, end of the week coming, and more drafts. So, hey, JB is doing great right now. This is like having Christmas early and stuff like that for JB. Absolutely. But I hope you are well as well. So we've got Arizona now on the clock. Up. So I can't move this up or down. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and put this reminder real quick. All right, so 1 second. Put this at like 12. All right, perfect. Got my man CJ up here talking. Carmichael says, JB, you think the first trade will happen now? Carmichael, if I had to guess, I mean, based upon how long it's taking right now, I could very well be wrong, but this is a strong candidate right here in Arizona for their. I expect Arizona to have possibly two trades here, one with this pick right now to move back, and the other one with Hopkins. Let me turn this up a little bit because I can't hear what Adam Schefter's saying right now. Wait, what? What just happened here? Like I had to turn up my volume just to hear it a little bit here. But man, wow. The Texans back on the clock. What? Lightning striking this is crazy right here. If they're going back up right now, they are certainly going after I would have to think they're going to go after Will Anderson. They really want him off the edge. Old says the Texans not playing. What was the compensation package that Arizona's receiving back? That's what I want to know. What is the comp that Arizona's getting back? I mean, wow, I would have never thought Houston would have done that. I projected that the Cardinals would trade this and even the correct division, the AFC South, but I did not think that Houston was going to be it. I thought it was going to be Tennessee. Wow. You said Cards have less than a minute. Yeah, Cardinals have traded the pick to the Texans. So let's see what Houston is going to do with their selection. You said it's going to be Anderson, and you said they didn't say, oh, I can't wait to hear what this comp is going to be. So one trade down for the Cardinals. The other one is going to be, it's got to include Hopkins, right? It's got to. He's got to be traded today. Y'all can't leave the man on the desert by himself. Braden says, it has to be Will Anderson. Yes, I'm thinking Will Anderson is the pick, and it makes sense and all like that. The reason why there was so much talk and stuff like that about the number two pick, aside from the fact that people thought that Houston didn't like CJ Stroud, was just simply the fact that Will Anderson, I mean, obviously D'Amico Ryan, he wants Will Anderson. You said Texans got the pick and immediately picked, and so, oh yeah. All right, so the Cardinals get the 12th, 33rd, first in 2024. Let me pull it up on my phone. But man, this is crazy already. Saturday Pro says, I have never seen this. Carmichael says, I don't think anyone thought the Texans would trade back up. Yeah, like if you thought the Texans were going to trade back up, you probably also won the March Madness bracket and stuff like that as well. So that one nobody could have seen coming. Absolutely nobody. So see the commissioner walking up. Let's see. Carmichael says they pick Anderson. Let's see. Oh, it says Texans have won the draft so far. He says crown them now. Crown them now. They have won the draft. The same draft that their former head coach Lovie Smith tried to tried to mess them up with. Love it. Love it. Will Anderson Jr. is a selection there from Alabama, so they get that edge rusher there. So kudos to Houston. You got an offensive star and a defensive star. Let's see. Oh, it says, oh, Nick was with him. And so, oh, Nick knows that this is important here. He knows what this is all about. This is how you sell recruits and stuff like that. Braden says, what a trade by the Texans. And so, yes, Houston's not playing around. First defensive player off the board, first non quarterback off the board. Bama, two of the first three picks in the draft. Indianapolis is now on the clock. As the Carmichael says, Indianapolis is going to select Anthony Richardson. I would be shocked if they did not take Anthony Richardson, but I feel like it's either Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, but I feel like Anthony Richardson has to be that pick. And so Black says roll tide. And so, hey, I mean, if he's going to donate every time roll tide comes across the screen here, then, hey, let the tide keep rolling, right? But yes, two of the top three. All right. Did anybody get the compensation for the that the Houston Texans gave up to move back up? All right, so what it looks like is so they obviously they moved up from 12 to 3, giving up a second round pick this year and then a 2024 first round pick. So basically an extra second round pick to that next year's first round pick. Okay. All right, so yeah, that's what that is. All right, so we got Indianapolis on the clock here. Yeah, so again, old man, yeah, they swapped first round pick. So essentially the Cardinals they get the 12th pick of this year's draft. They also pick up the 33rd pick, which is a second round pick, so tomorrow. And then they get a first rounder in 2024, and Adam Schefter says a third rounder also in 2024 as well. Meanwhile, obviously Houston moved up to pick number 3, and they also pick up pick number 105, which I think that's like what fourth round. So one of those mid round picks, pick 105. So yeah, Arizona got compensated for this nicely, but for Houston, hey, it's worth it if you get a cornerstone defensive end, kind of like what you had all those years with J.J. Watt and stuff like that. You get that caliber of a player, then hey, sky's the limit. Braden says Cardinals get a first round pick for next year, and so yes, yes. So that's big. That's big because next year it's going to be a lot of talent on that board next year as well. Let's see. Braden says good trade for the Cardinals too, and so oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. They get to stock up all those picks for somebody else to come in and be the GM after everybody's fired after this year. Oh yeah. So with Indianapolis on the clock, and then after Indianapolis we have Seattle. Things are about to get really interesting here. Things are about to get very interesting. All right. So here we go. Says the Colts pick is in. All right. Let's see. All right. All right, so Indianapolis here. Very important for their franchise here. I mean, if you're going to take a quarterback, you better not miss here. I'm about to say, is my TV just that far behind? I got to turn off my notifications as well. All right, so Indianapolis pick is in. All right, we got the commissioner here walking to the podium. All right, Indianapolis takes Anthony Richardson here, quarterback from the University of Florida. So they took him. They took him. Let's see. Carmichael says, Coach select Anthony Richardson. Let's go. Coach might be good. Braden says, wow, they got Richardson. And so, yes. So I expected Indianapolis to go Richardson here. I mean, because I couldn't take Will Levis there. You take the quarterback here that you think has the highest ceiling, and so if we're going off of potential, that word that they like to throw out there, Anthony Richardson is a candidate that comes up. Let's see. Black says, "What a mistake." Old says the Colts took him. Great job, Colts. And so excited for him though. Excited for him though. And so I would have liked to seen one more year at the University of Florida, but this is a huge moment for him. So I will let him have that. And hey, if he pans out, he's certainly going to be someone that you want on your fantasy football team in the future. Now he is going to Indianapolis here. Indianapolis has hit on their last couple quarterbacks that they took in the first round, Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning. So we'll see if he'll be more of the same. Let's see. Carmichael says, "Who does Seattle take? Jalen Carter." I think that Seattle does go Jalen Carter here. I feel like Pete Carroll believes that his culture that he has down there in Seattle, a guy like Jalen Carter, who definitely would come in and fill a need for them on that D line, would be perfect for them. And he'd be able to, be in an environment where he'll be able to succeed. I feel like so. I feel like Jalen Carter should be the next pick here for Seattle. I think he will be the next pick. All right, let's see. Oh, it says Colts got a great quarterback. Black says should have waited till next year to draft a quarterback. Carmichael says Tyree Wilson. Black says mediocre pick for a mediocre team. You said God said Matt Ryan. All right, so Anthony Richardson off the board here. I will say this. I mean, that trade that Houston did with the third overall pick, that was a surprise right there. But so far, aside from that, the draft is pretty much a little bit more predictable than what it was last year with the first couple picks in terms of the teams that actually stayed put and stuff like that. Carmichael says Steelers have the first pick in the second round. Absolutely, pick 32, just like a first. They gave him a Donovan McNabb NFL comparison. Is that what they really gave him? I don't know if I would have said that one, but okay. Let's see. Oh, it says 1 hour away until the patch trade back. Right? You know it's going to happen. You know it is going to happen. They are going to trade back. That is a fact. You already know Bill loves trading back. He'll forever trade back. And then I'll be excited to see what Detroit does. I mean, if Jalen Carter doesn't go to Seattle, then I feel like Detroit would just be very tempting in that spot right there as well. Let's see. Carmichael says 3 hours to the Pats take a player who shouldn't be a first rounder. Ouch, Carmichael. Ouch. You know, the last team that laughed at us and all like that, his team didn't fare so well with the Rams and stuff like that. I wonder what the Raiders will do. Well, I think the Raiders will go probably cornerback, but the Falcons will be interesting. I wish that the draft went kind of like I wish that the draft went kind of like how my fantasy football league goes, where we just all get a minute and then we just go ahead and just submit our draft picks. Just make it go faster. Black says, "Yep." But so far, we've gotten three quarterbacks off the board, three of the first four picks there. All right, so Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson, who will it be? Carmichael says the pick is in. Let's see, Carmichael says Seattle took their time. It's more like the commissioner's taking his time right now. All right, so pick number five for the Seahawks. Carmichael says, "What's the chance the Raiders take Will Levis?" I mean, there's a chance, but I don't think the Raiders do it. I think the Raiders go defense. I mean, if you draft Will Levis, I mean, you got guys that want to win right now. You're paying guys to win right now. This is a team that has talent for right now, but they need defensive help like right now. So it's a possibility, but I think that they need to go cornerback there. Let's see. Braden says, "Please don't let Levis fall to 13." Why not, Braden? All right, so the pick is in, and it looks like, yeah, JB was wrong with this pick here. So they went cornerback here, Witherspoon. That's who I thought that the Raiders might go with. So Pete Carroll loves his defensive backs, but this time he opts to go with that fifth pick there. So he must really like this kid. Carmichael says, "Didn't see this coming." Braden says, "Witherspoon, yes." I mean, hey, if Seattle knows anything, they know about defensive backs. And, hey, getting a first round pick like him, Devon Witherspoon, he's going to be the truth back there in the secondary for them. That's big time. Big time. Okay, so now the question becomes, is Detroit going to be the one to draft Jalen Carter? And if they don't take him, then how far will he drop? Let's see. Oh, it says, "Dane, they got a nasty duo at cornerback." And so, yes, Seattle loves their defensive backs, and Witherspoon is a great defensive back. Ooh, look at that play recognition right there. I mean, my man went. He read that one like a book right there. Braden says, "New League of Boom." He said, "Woolen and Witherspoon." That's right, the two W's. No lie, I could have used that in my last matchup Saturday when I played NCAA. I could have used that kind of coverage. Oh yeah, when you play like that, oh yeah. I see why Seattle did. I was hoping that the Raiders were going to get to take him there, but that's great there for Seattle. And now we've got Detroit on the clock. Carmichael says, who's going to take Bijan? So that is a good question there. I mean, a couple candidates is teams like perhaps maybe the Eagles and stuff like that. I can see them doing it, depending on if he's still available in a team like. There's a lot of teams that can do it, but if I had to pick a team, maybe the Eagles do it, perhaps. But I'm hearing a lot of teams there. It's very intriguing who would actually go ahead and be that team to get him because we all know he's worth the pick, but who's going to be the team to use a first round pick on a running back? Let's see. Fortnite says, who do you think the Chiefs are going to pick? And so by the time that the Kansas City Chiefs are on the board, in terms of who would be left on the board at that time for Kansas City to pick, I feel like I forget the defensive lineman that's from Michigan. I forget his name. I can see that being a possibility there going D line. Got to see how the offensive lineman's going to look towards that frame as well there, as they could go offensive line. But one of those positions I think is what they will actually end up taking. But if the Chiefs really, really want to get creative, I don't think Bajer Robinson will still be on the board. But the running back Gibbs from Alabama, I could see that being a surprise pick that nobody really thinks about. That maybe they could end up drafting them potentially there. I could see that. All right, so it says Dewan Jones, and so Dewan Jones should still be on the board there. Braden says trade. Cardinals are trading up, and so what? Cardinals traded up, huh? How about that? I mean, they are moving up and down the board, selecting the guys that they want, and so I like it. I like it. Meanwhile, for Detroit, you get the 12th pick and the 34th pick. That is a big W there for Detroit, stacking up on more picks. I like it a lot. Oh, don't show me McDonald's right now. Now y'all gonna have me craving McDonald's. Dang it. But yeah, so Arizona back on the board here. I wonder if Arizona traded up for Tyree Wilson. Let's see. Carmichael says, Braden, you're going too fast, man. You say your TV is still on the ads. It's like Braden's getting his information from the future. But so far, we've had Houston, we've had Arizona be extremely busy so far in this one. A lot of trades already in this one, and we're just at pick number six. Let's see, Carmichael says Braden is the GM for the Cards. I can see that. Fire Knight says, I'm sorry, Fortnite says, what team is Aaron Rodgers on? Aaron Rodgers is with the New York Jets. Yes, he is with the New York Jets now. So we've all been hearing about the trade for the longest, but it's finally happened. Rodgers is now a Jet, and he'll be wearing number 8 with the Jets. Let's see. Carmichael said, I've seen the same audio ads 3 times in a row. Let's see. Braden says, if the Lions takes Jackson Smith and Jigma, and so that would be vintage Detroit stock up on receivers if they did that. And let's see. Braden says, yes, I am, Carmichael. All right, at least they showed us the compensation quickly on this one. So yeah, to pick up that extra second round pick right there, that is great for Detroit. Carmichael says the pick is in. All right, let's see what the pick is going to be. All right, let's see for the Cardinals. It will be. Let's see. Carmichael says the Cards take Paris Johnson. So there it is. Paris Johnson Jr. from the Ohio State Buckeyes is the selection for the Arizona Cardinals. That's what they traded up for. And so, hey, how about that? First tackle off the board. You see, he's fired up and stuff like that. Braden says Paris Johnson. So, hey, there we go. A pair of Buckeyes, and we're not done. Let's see. Carmichael says Jets are still going to suck. And so, hey, I'm right there with you, Carmichael. Let's see. Old says great move for them. Brandon says finally they drafted an offensive lineman for Kyler Murray. The only problem is can Kyler Murray see over his lineman at this point? But hey, this is great. I'm excited for him, and I'm pretty sure he'll give more protection than what he gave me on the video game like Saturday and stuff like that. But he says he's the best left tackle in the draft. And so Arizona needs foundational players at this point because they're going to be undergoing a bunch of change and stuff like that. I feel like over the next 2 3 years, especially. So they need I can't even speak right now. Foundational pieces right now that they can build upon for a long time, and this is certainly a foundational piece. Look at my man CJ moving around. And you say the Ohio State Buckeyes run this draft. Say it again. Say it again. Absolutely. Yes. And we're not done. At least we're putting out offense, anyways. All right. Carmichael says the Raiders are going to pick Gonzalez. Speaking of which, the Raiders here on the clock. The consensus will tell you that that's who they're going to pick. That they will go ahead and pick up Gonzalez there because you take away the top tackle there. Yeah, so I can see that being a pick there for the Raiders. It would make a lot of sense. Let's see. Fortnite says, is Travis Kelsey still with the Chiefs? And so you better believe it. You better believe it. Absolutely. The Chiefs will not let him go anywhere no time soon. So, yes, Travis Kelsey is still with the Chiefs. Let's see. Carmichael says, this draft is already crazy. And it's going to get even more crazy. But right now, the Raiders are on the clock, and I'll be very interested to see what the Atlanta Falcons do, especially if the Raiders end up going corner here. But we still got Wilson on the board, so Tyree Wilson makes the most sense for Atlanta, if in which he should still be on the board unless the Raiders trade. So I can see that being their pick. Could go Jalen Carter as well, or maybe they go surprise and go running back. Who knows? All right, and the Raiders are on the clock. All right, let's see. Carmichael says the Steelers would consider trading up if Jalen Carter was on the board at spot number 9. And so, number 9. And that would be with Chicago, who again, I mean, if you think about the very beginning, when the first couple mock drafts was coming out before the incident, many people had Chicago drafting Jalen Carter at number 1. So imagine if they still get him at number 9. Mel is very high on Will Levis, I see. But yeah, I believe Gonzalez to be the pick for the Raiders, but we'll find out soon. Carmichael says the pick is in. All right, so the Raiders pick is in. Let's see. Carmichael says Roger is taking his time. He's probably stopping by the subway on his way up there. There's always that one, well, there's really about every year about two or three prospects that surprisingly make it out of the first round, and everybody's just like, wow, did not think that guy was going to make it out of the top 20, better yet, the first round. All right, Raiders pick is in. Let's see, Braden says Christian Gonzalez or Jaden Carter for the Raiders. Yeah, I feel like when you're in that division and you've got all the quarterbacks that you're going against, you got to go defensive back right now. You got to go cornerback right now if you're the Raiders. All right, Carmichael says Raiders pick 3. Oh, you say Braden says Tyree Wilson. All right, so it's Tyree Wilson, huh? Is that the pick? Okay. Okay, so they went value right there. See, if I do that on my mock draft, I get drilled for that, for choosing the best player on the board as opposed to a need. But hey, there it is. Tyree Wilson there to the Raiders. How about that? Braden says didn't see that coming. But yeah, I can hear it now. If I had said that on my mock draft, like Raider Nation would be like, "Are you mad?" Like, All right, so the Raiders, they are set on that defensive line off the edge. Let's see. Carmichael says, good for your Steelers. You say Wilson was born in Alaska. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Falcons are currently right now on the clock. Let's see. Old says, I love this pick for them. Jones is getting old. And so, yep, him. And then you have Crosby on the other side. And so, hey, that's going to be a formidable defensive line, especially on the outside. Oh, he could have picked that off. Oh man, I'm telling you this. He's getting off the edge the way that LSU was getting off the edge against me when I played Saturday and stuff like that. He's getting off the edge just like that. Let's see, Carmichael says Falcons could take Baja Robinson, and so they could. I mean, looking at the Falcons, though, I mean, Do they take Christian Gonzalez right now, or because I mean, maybe they were banking on going with Tyree Wilson. If they want a star that's going to come in and stuff like that, Baja Robinson, he will be a star for you for at least the next five. I say 5 to 7 years. He'll be a star. Oh, knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's like, "Yep, I actually watched my game again and stuff like that, and I was trying to figure out what the cornerback was doing at the end. And man, look at that! Look at that embrace right there with the commissioner. You love the commissioner now until he starts docking your paycheck later on. But hey, I mean, silver and black, that's going to be a nice look for him. And so Carmichael says the pick is in. Matter of fact, let me move this over a little bit. Is there no way I can just slide? No, I can't slide it over. So, all right. So I guess I'll have to put it like that then. So Atlanta pick is in. Atlanta said we know exactly what we want to do. It's not that hard. It's like the quickest I've seen somebody turn in their card. I almost said timesheet, but their card. I see my phone is getting blowed up right now due to the draft. Let's see. O says, I love how the picks in right when they go to commercial. Right? Absolutely. But yeah, JB is still on his end trying to recruit at least two more players for us in fantasy football and stuff like that. And once I get those final two players, then I can, I guess, go ahead and release like the draft order to everybody and stuff like that. Then I can start working on the schedule on my end because I always customize the schedule for fantasy football and stuff like that to ensure that, like everybody gets to play people in their division twice and stuff like that. So, absolutely. Did you guys take a look at the fantasy football division? Oh, dang, what is going on? Let's see. Carmichael says, yeah, old is great. And let's see, Carmichael says, I think I'm getting pretty high picking fantasy, which I'm hyped about. And so let's see. O says he's taking Mac Jones again. There's nothing wrong with doing that, nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Carmichael says, "Oh, don't take Mac number one." And so, hey, more players for the rest of us, right? I see right now in another fantasy league that I'm in, they're like blowing up on my phone because he put us in a group chat and everybody's complaining that the commissioner in that league wants to make the draft only 30 seconds for everybody to pick. And they want it at 90 seconds. And he's saying that if you put 90 seconds, people will put it on auto pick because it takes too long and stuff like that. So, all right. Well, the Falcons pick has been in for a minute. Go ahead and tell us who they picked. Wait a second. There was a trade, so the Eagles are on the clock at number nine, or wait, what? They okay, so they moved up one spot to number nine. This is a very confusing draft here. I mean, all the trades here are very. These are teams that are literally one spot off that really want to make sure that they get their guy and stuff like that, which means that everybody knows exactly who they want. So the Eagles will be. Well, we'll get to the Eagles when we get to the Eagles. Let's see right now what Atlanta's doing. As he Carmichael says, what player is ranked one in fantasy? And so I don't know just yet, Carmichael. Typically that'll probably appear in our boards once I am able to complete the schedule, I think, and then set up like the draft time and stuff like that. But we'll let you know. Phoenix says, JB, I'm calling it a day. You say I'll be ready for your next live NBA stream. And so, okay, bet. Appreciate you for coming through, Phoenix. Take care and try not to get caught in traffic out there, during the daytime. All right, you take care. Appreciate you for coming through. There it is, guys. The Atlanta Falcons have selected John Robinson there, the running back from the University of Texas. How about that? How about that? Leslie Carmichael says, JB, my Knicks are in the second round. And so, yeah, I seen that. I seen it. Yeah, congrats to the Knicks. My Lakers can learn a thing or two about that. Look at that. Let's see. Old man says Carter's going to the Eagles. I'll bet anything. Dang, you say that running back room is crazy. It's funny because it'll be real funny if the Eagles traded up thinking that Baji Robinson was going to be on the board, but he's not, and stuff like that. But yeah, now it's got to be Jalen Carter. It has to be Jalen Carter. It's got to be Jalen Carter. Let's see. Black says another thing running back. And so he is not impressed right now with his Falcons. I I mean, I seen that there was a lot of hype that was leading up to this, especially the last 2 days and stuff like that. And so now they've got him. They got Colorado Patterson in the backfield, and then I forget the running back from BYU as well. And then you've got on the outside they drafted Drake London, Kyle Pitts. The only problem is they got to find a way to start utilizing these weapons, and they need Desmond Ritter to step up this year. It's literally now or never for him. Look at that. The Eagles pick is in. So, okay, I guess we're picking up some steam here. What is Schefter saying? Carmichael says the pick is in. Let's see. Black says Jameer Gibbs was better. And so he would have preferred Gibbs. Let's see. Carmichael says the Eagles might pick Gonzalez. If they pick Gonzalez, and if Chicago ends up taking a different direction and stuff like that, then that'll be so kind of embarrassing that Jalen Carter blew off all these teams and said, "Hey, we're not going to. I don't want to meet with teams that's not picking in the top 10 and stuff like that." That would be kind of funny if that happened. Yet we are ready to see who the Eagles have traded up for. Pick number 9. I'll tell you what though, finding a running back in fantasy football is difficult. So, Baja Robinson, I mean, another candidate. You know, the more I think about it, they may be going Gonzalez possibly. All right, let's see. Carmichael says noodle arm Hurts gonna get a new teammate. You know, like Jalen Hurts as well. I'm about to say you guys cannot say that the pick is in and then the pick is not like ready. Like if we say the pick is in, let's get it. All right, so there it is. Jalen Carter. So the Eagles have selected him just like last year. They went and got an interior lineman from Georgia. They repeat that process this time. And hey, I guess they say they want a defensive line kind of similar to what UGA has been. So Braden says Jalen Carter. Oh, it says, dang, that defensive tackle room is crazy. Braden says the Eagles D line gets even better. And so, yes. Yes, the Eagles understand how important that D line is, and after Saturday's performance, Braden, I think I understand too how important the defensive line is. So, congratulations there. And so, with an organization like the Philadelphia Eagles, he's in good hands there. So, let's see how this plays out. But hey, the number one overall player on many people boards selected here by the Eagles. Let's see. Old says they've got Cox, Davis, and now Carter. Let's see. Carmichael says Philadelphia Bulldogs. The Philly Bulldogs. It's got a bit of a ringer to it. Brandon says, don't forget about Brandon Graham. Oh, yeah. A lot of pieces there on that D line. A lot of pieces. Carmichael says the Bears pick is already in, as it should be. They had ample time. So basically, the Eagles were like, look, we'll offer you a fourth round pick not to select Jalen Carter so we can select Jalen Carter. That's basically what this came down to. We'll throw in a fourth round pick so you guys don't get him because we want him. All right, let's see. Carmichael says Bears pick is already in. Old says four more picks, JB. That's right, four more picks before we infamously trade back and stuff like that. You said Zay Flowers might follow. Oh man, oh don't even get me dreaming. I've tried not to think about what we're gonna do. I said I'm just gonna wait till we go up there. JB's not gonna create any expectations this year and stuff like that. But things are about to get very intriguing right now because you've got Tennessee coming up. Tennessee, will they go receiver or will they go Will Levis? Who knows? And then Detroit, and then Green Bay, who I'm pretty sure will go receiver, or maybe they go tight end, who knows, but pretty sure receiver. And then finally, we'll see what we do. Carmichael says the Bears pick Gonzalez? Question mark. And so, well, I'm trying to think. I feel like last year the Bears did they not draft the cornerback last year with their first pick, if I'm not mistaken, or actually their second round pick, but I think it was their first pick. So I'm trying to think of their cornerback room down there in Chicago, but hey, they knew what they were giving up if they traded back and stuff like that. So it's got to be Gonzalez, right? This just feels like a like I don't know, like these GMs are doing the most today. Like they're like, oh, we're up next. We gotta trade up right now. Gotta trade up right now. Let's see. Braden says Packers, please trade down if Jackson Smith and Jigma isn't available. Oh, come on, 76. You got to power your way out of the end zone there. But yeah, Braden, that's solid advice right there. I mean, if the guy that you really want there, Jackson Smith and Jigma, if he's not on the board, trading back would be very wise because you can get you a quality, whether it's a receiver, whether it's a tight end, you can get you a bunch of those if you trade back. Black says Packers take Will Levis. Braden says and select the tight end. That would be the upset of upsets right there, Black. That would be the surprise of the surprise right there. That would be insane. People will throw their TVs down there in Green Bay. Let's see, Carmichael says Packers officially select Will Levis. So we're going to start the train here, and it'll make its way down there to Kansas City. Braden says no. I would never wish that upon them, Braden. I got your back, Braden. I got your back. I got your back. You guys can draft a quarterback from Iowa or something like that, instead. So we'll give you that with the first pick, a quarterback from Iowa. So I got your back. All right, so they went offensive tackle from Tennessee there. Okay, Darnell Wright. Okay, okay. I was about to say, didn't we just see a highlight of Jalen Carter running through 76? Or let's see. Old says, okay, let's go. Pick's been in 6 minutes. I know, right? They're getting a little bit quicker. Let's see. Braden says, I would check my phone if we drafted Will Levis. But how do you feel about the Bears taking Darnell Wright, offensive tackle from Tennessee? He looks like he was built to play for the Chicago Bears. 6'5", 335 pounds. All right, let's see. O says, great move. Justin just got a good O line. And so, yes, Project, get this man some help on the way. And that's exactly how you do it. That was the right pick right there. Good call there. Right pick right there. And you say Titans pick is in. All right, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous right now about what Tennessee gonna do right now because Tennessee is a team that can start the run on wide receivers, and if they don't go receivers, they can take another tackle off the board or something. So I'm a little nervous myself about what Tennessee's gonna do. I'm hoping Tennessee goes quarterback just because that's one more player that's on the board for Bill Belichick to ignore, probably. But anyways. You said three more picks. Carmichael says the pick is in. Let's see. Old says he hit that poor guy. And so, yes. Let's see. Carmichael says Joey and Gonzalez are falling maybe to Steelers. Hey, Carmichael, that's another point that you have right there. Right now, the way that this is going right now, if you need a cornerback, this board is kind of working out for you right now. But let's see what Tennessee does right now. Last year, they drafted receiver Trey Burks, who I don't know how to really describe his rookie campaign, but they're hoping for a better year in year two from him. But they certainly can use another receiver. They can use a quarterback of the future. They've already said pretty much that they don't believe in Will Levis because the man won't throw the ball. And let's see, O says, I'm not getting my hopes up, JB. I'm trying. I mean, hey, there's always the chance that Tennessee could draft another receiver that's not Jackson Smith and Jigma. There's always that chance. It just takes one GM to make a mistake. They could draft a kid from TCU, or they can draft a kid from USC. So let's see. Braden says the guy I want my Packers to draft is Broderick Jones. And so, okay, okay, bet. We know that Tennessee's pick is in. We just need to know what it is. Carmichael said, Braden, stop. Braden says, if the Titans select Jackson Smith and Jigma, I won't be mad. He said, that's if we don't get him. And let's see, Old says, JB, I have a bad feeling about Bill Belichick and Kraft. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, man, me and you are alike. I've got that bad feeling as well. Something tells me that Zay Flowers is either going to end up a Baltimore Raven or a Charger by the end of the night. I feel like it's one of those two teams. I don't think that he ends up being with us, so I don't think it's going to be Zay Flowers. Jackson Smith and Jigma, I think, will end up with either, if not Tennessee, then Green Bay, one of those two teams. And yeah, we're just not going to do it. But as long as this offensive line or either receiver, one of those two, offensive help is what I'm looking for. Is there any chance, old man, that you feel like Gonzalez, if he's on the board, that's because Gonzalez has not been picked yet? So, is there any chance that we end up taking him, old? Let's see. Carmichael says Pat select Hendon Hooker. That would be absolutely insane at this point. At that point, I think I would reach out to Bill Belichick and say, I thank you so much for your time with us. But all good things must come to an end, and I think that this is the proof that I needed right here to feel confident to say that this is the last year for Bill, if that was the case. I mean, Mike Vrabel looks like he could be on the offensive line right now. You say, no, we need a cornerback or a receiver. We need a playmaker. We need a receiver, but Bill's not going to listen to us. All right, so Tennessee goes offensive line. Man, my phone is just absolutely going crazy here. The kid from Northwestern. Okay, so I like that. They went offensive line right there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it says yes. Yes, I think a lot of us are saying that right now. Let's see. Braden says they didn't take Jackson Smith and Jigma, so let's go. Oh, it says just keep falling. I know that's right. Braden, is there any concern given the Packers' history of not drafting a receiver in the first round and stuff like that that makes you think that maybe they may not go receiver? Let's see. Carmichael says the cornerback just keeps falling, and so it is the case. It is the case. Now we've got Detroit on the board. They say the pick is in, but why are they taking so long once the pick is in to announce the pick? It's like the commissioner's making a bathroom stop between each pick. Let's see. Ola says the Lions are taking a cornerback. I expect that as well. Pretty easy there. Take Gonzalez. They traded the cornerback too. Let's see. Carmichael says the Lions are probably taking Gonzalez. And so, wow, there's a lot of picks there in the next 43 picks. Let's see. Old says the Lions got picks now. They can definitely make some big moves. And so, yes, they can. This is exciting. I mean, right now, if you're Detroit, you're feeling right now is the time. What? Wow. Wow. So we have Jameer Gibbs is the selection here by the Detroit Lions. Wow. 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 I did not anticipate that. I did not. But hey, that's a great addition right there. I mean, Gibbs is he's great. He is great. I thought that he was a first round pick caliber running back, but man, Let's see. Oh, it says, dang, you were slick hoping that New England would get their hands on him, huh? Look at that. They got a weapon. That is true. They got a weapon. And that's what's important there. Dan Campbell, he loves, being able to run that ball, getting physical and stuff like that. And getting a guy like Gibbs to complement what they've already got in the backfield, that is big. Black says roll tide. And so that is his running back one right there. So yet another back off the board. Two backs here in the top 15. That is great for the future of the running backs, I guess. Let's see. Oh, it says is a running back and can play a slot receiver. Carmichael says giving up on Swift, and so I don't think it's necessarily giving up on Swift. It's having one heck of an insurance policy. You remember last year they had Jamal Williams, who led the league in rushing touchdowns, who's no longer with them. He's with the Saints now, so they lost Jamal Williams. So this is a tremendous pick right here. He will complement Swift and stuff like that. In today's NFL, you got to have multiple running backs. You got to have multiple running backs. You cannot rely. Well, very few teams can rely on just one running back getting it done. You've got to have multiple running backs, and this is big. And so we know what that means. Who is on the clock right now? Green Bay. Honestly, Braden, this pick should already be in right now. This pick should already be in. And so let's see. Oh, it says Swift is more likely walking next year or getting traded. And then there's always that as well. Let's see. Braden says Jackson Smith and Jigma, please. And so look at how fired up Detroit is. And so you're right about that, Ode. Jackson Smith and Jigma or Zay Flowers or Gonzalez. Let's just focus on the first two that you mentioned right there. You get one of those two right there, JB is going to be ecstatic right here. But Braden's like he wants Jackson Smith and Jigma, so this is what part of that Aaron Rodgers trade was. Back-to-back years that Detroit chose to draft a player from Alabama in the first round. The other one will be suspended for the first 6 games of this season. Carmichael says pick is in. You know what that means, Braden. Call it now. What is it? All right, let's see. Carmichael says Jackson Smith and Jigma. If they don't pick him, they're just on some. Old says he thinks it's a tight end. Or does he want it to be a tight end? Well, let us see how this is going to play out right now. It's Jackson Smith and Jigma, but we're going to find out. We are because I feel like you can still, if you wanted to, you could trade up in the second, early second, and get you one of the top two tight ends if you really wanted the tight end. And you say you're already ready for the pass to trade down. You already know Bill's on the phone right now, working up something to trade back. I mean, who knows? Maybe he trades back with a team like Tampa Bay. Maybe Tampa Bay trades up for Will Levis. Just throwing a random team out there. All right, now commissioner. I need a commissioner doing sprints like in the off season. He needs to be working on his 40 right now because it's bad. He's taking forever. The picks already in. Let's see. Carmichael says just say the pick already. Carmichael's like, come on, some of us we got papers to write. Let's get it in. All right, we get it. The Packers pick is in, but what is the pick? Ha ha! Braden! Yo, Braden! Your boy got selected, Braden! Your boy from your Hawkeyes. You got love for Lucas? Yo, I should not be laughing right now knowing that my team's coming up. But yo, in the ultimate betrayal move, Braden. Braden's not okay, y'all. He's not okay. His team just gagged at the chance to select a receiver, and they went defensive end from Iowa, which, hey, I mean, you look at some of the more successful days, they had guys like Clay Matthews off the edge and stuff like that. So I mean, Lucas there, hey, at one point in time, he was a projected top 10 pick. So, hey, this might actually be a surprisingly good move there. But Braden doesn't like it. Braden, he's from your Hawkeyes. Your Hawkeyes, man. You're supposed to support your boy right there. I don't get why you're not celebrating right now, Braden. That's your boy right there from your Hawkeyes. Old says don't laugh, and so yeah, you're right about that. You say he's nasty. Let's see. Carmichael says sorry, Braden, and so Braden's disappointed. Old says thank you, Packers. New England was heavily rumored to draft him, and so ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I was gonna do it in my mock draft, but I knew there was gonna be a lot of backlash and stuff like that. But honestly, I was like, this is a guy that Bill Belichick wants to draft. So with him off the board, will Bill Belichick do the right thing, or will he just reach for someone that should be a fourth rounder instead? Wait, what just happened? Are you serious? Oh, it happens every time. It happens every time. The Steelers have made a trade with the Patriots. Wow. Wow. Well, Carmichael, nice doing business with you. Nice doing business with you. Let's see. Oh, it says Jackson Smith and Jigma, Zay Flowers, or Gonzalez. Please, Bill Belichick, draft one of them. It's too late. Oh, we already traded back. Let's see. Carmichael says, let's go. Thanks, JB. Of course. So we'll get the 17th pick and 120. So, I mean, in all reality, old man, we still can potentially get Zay. Wait, well, let me first see who's picking, I guess. Let's see. We got the Jets coming up. Got Washington, and so all right. So we still can get Zay Flowers potentially. So hope is still there. Saturday Pro says trade back JB, and so yeah, we traded back to pick 17. I told you Saturday Pro, we don't trade up, we trade down. It's the Patriot way. It'll forever be the Patriot way. We don't trade up, we trade down. Let's see. Braden says if the Jets get Jackson Smith and Jigma. Saturday Pro says Lions took a running back. Yes, they took a running back from Alabama and Gibbs. And so Gibbs is think of Gibbs as kind of like prime Alvin Kamara, that type of potential. Think of him as something like that. Old says I almost broke my table, JB. Now don't copy those Buffalo Bill fans now, Old. Let's not do that. Let's see. Carmichael says I'm hyped and we get to keep pick 32 and 49. Yeah, I gotta talk to Bill. He's a little outdated with some of his trades and stuff like that, to be honest. Saturday Pro says Zay Flowers ain't going anywhere. Carmichael says pick is in. And let's see. Old says, what did we get? So we, in addition to that, we got pick number, what was it? Pick number one. It was one something. See if I can find it real quick. All right, so yeah, we got pick number 120 as a part of that trade, old man. So obviously we picked up the 17th pick, so we swapped the 14th and the 17th, and we also picked up pick number 120. So that's like what, a fourth round pick? So yeah, but the Steelers pick is in, so let's see who the Steelers are going to take. Carmichael says, "Let's go, Gonzalez. Hopefully, I thought you wanted Joey Porter." So yeah, that's pick 120 in the fourth round. Is what we picked up. Let's see. Saturday Pro says only team good enough that can get a running back is the Eagles. And so, well, the Eagles they didn't have one. You said we got another fourth. LOL. Thanks, Bill Belichick and Kraft. But hey, if they take Flowers, that's all I want right now, old. Us to draft Flowers. Listen to JB for once. Listen to JB. You didn't listen to me, Bill Belichick, when I told you to select Santonio Holmes, and instead you took Chad Jackson in the second round. What did Chad Jackson ever do? He took Chad Jackson. Never listens to me. Listen to JB. I got the formula, Bill Belichick. Just listen to me. All right, so Pittsburgh selects Georgia offensive lineman Broderick Jones. So how do you feel about that, Carmichael? How do you feel about that? So Broderick Jones, the selection. All right, let's see. Oh, it says JB, I'm gonna chill. We have more power to trade up, and so, but you know we'll never trade up though. You know we'll never trade up. That's like forbidden. Carmichael says, my Steelers select Broderick Jones. Let's go. Help Kenny Pickett. Hashtag help Kenny Pickett. Let's see. Saturday Pro says, I expect to pass the trade a fourth round player there. I'm sorry, to pick a fourth round player there. All right, so Broderick Jones there, the offensive tackle from the University of Georgia there. Great pick there for the Pittsburgh Steelers there. You want to open up some lanes for Najee Harris, which is something that he really can use, plus block for Kenny Pickett. You look at that offensive line of UGA and tell me that you don't see men amongst grown boys out there. I mean, they go out there and they put in some work. They've got the size, they got the athleticism there. This is what Pittsburgh needed. Excellent pick. You didn't have to hit that guy. You didn't have to hit him like that. Didn't have to hit him like that. And that's what, 2 years in a row that Pittsburgh has selected players from UGA, impact players from UGA. They took Pickens last year. Obviously not in the first round, but still. So, hey, that's big time. Oh, it says JB history repeats itself. Yeah. And let's see, Carmichael says, I'm so happy. At least one of us is happy. Braden, you good? Let's see. O says Patriots did that before and then traded back in the first and drafted two players. Let's see. Braden says the Patriots take Jackson Smith and Jigma or Zay Flowers. Do I even think that? We'll see what happens here. We're gonna see what happens here. Something tells me that Washington. I don't know if they'll trade back or not. We'll find out though. Let's see. Carmichael says he's so happy he just can't describe it. Saturday Pro says, "Oh, here hope and dreams, Jets." Hope and dreams, Jets. Let's see. Braden says, like every single draft, I'm disappointed again. And so Carmichael says Braden is going through it. You said they did it again. It's just their philosophy. They say that they don't need to draft a receiver in the first round. It's just their philosophy. But hey, Braden, it worked out last year not drafting one in the first round. So you know that they're going to end up drafting one, whether it's round two, round three. I think they're going to end up drafting, I think, Downs from North Carolina. I think they'll pick him up round two and stuff like that. So Green Bay has had success not doing it, but it's still I get it. And let's see, Saturday Pro says mediocre Rogers. Let's see, Braden says he was in our lap. He was. He was. And you guys pushed him off. Believe me, I've seen my team do it countless times. Countless times. And the one time that we should have did it, we drafted N'Keal Harry. Ugh. So let's see, Braden says true, JB. So see JB out here dishing out hope and stuff like that, you know? So You guys hit 2 for 2 last year. Not one was taken in the first round. So if you can get somebody that can come in there and a be an impact player on that defense, believe me, JB's got a newfound respect for defensive ends and stuff like that. So yeah, it is. Old says the Packers did them dirty last year, but they did you a big favor as well this year. Let's see. Carmichael says it's a deep cornerback draft. Yes, it is. I mean, you've got Banks from Maryland and stuff like that. Also to consider who he might be there in the second round and stuff like that. So there's you've got some depth here at cornerback for sure. Saturday Pro says that mediocre or Rogers, he's old. Med I care Rogers, he's old. Braden says it's just disappointing. Saturday Pro says Bills need to trade back. Carmichael says, y'all are disappointed. I'm the only one that's happy. And so that's right. You're the only one that's happy right now. But something that will make JB happy is if the Jets happen to make a mistake right now with this pick. But let's see what happens. Braden says, the funny thing, I was watching Lucas Van Ness highlights today, LOL. I mean, you're a Hawkeye fan. I'm surprised that you're not ecstatic to see your own guy join your professional team. I mean, that is just a great feeling when you can see a guy that went to your college, helped your college to help your pro team also. It's a feeling that I'm hoping that I get to experience with my team. Either that or Zay Flowers. One of the two, please. Saturday Pro says the Bills might have their choice. And so there's going to be some choices. The way that this board is drafting up right now, and none of my mocks did I have Gonzalez still on the board at this point. Let's see, Saturday Pro says Jackson. And so, hey, you know what? If it reaches that point, Saturday Pro, then I'm gonna have a real conversation with Bill after this. Oh, it says the Packers have redeemed themselves for last year. Let's see, other Saturday Pro says the Jets grabbed Jackson. And so, oh, let me go ahead and move this over so we can see that. And so, what? And let's see. And again, this is pick number 15 here. Pick number 15. A lot of surprising picks so far in this one. What has been the biggest surprise so far today in the first round? Because we've seen so many surprises from Houston jumping up to back-to-back picks in the top three. Like, how insane is that? To Detroit taking a running back and stuff like that. I mean, the Eagles trading up for Jalen Carter. Whew, a lot of things took place. Let's see. O says, did they? Because it still has time going. I still have the time going as well. Yeah, I still got the time going as well. So I don't see it on my end. Let's see. Saturday Pro says you're watching the Jonas Brothers and you say two running backs. It's like GMs are clueless. Carmichael says the pick is now in. What is it going to be? Saturday Pro says you really like the Colts pick. So Anthony Richardson. And let's not forget the fact that Lamar Jackson got his money earlier today. Got to give him a shout out for that. He got paid being his own agent. So, yeah, he gets to keep that commission part himself. So, shout out to him. Carmichael says, JB, thanks for the 14th pick. And so, well, Carmichael, it was a little bit out of my control, but you're welcome. You're welcome. Depending on who we take at 17, get back to me once we get to pick 17. Let's see. Old says he almost got as much as Watson. And let's see. Saturday Pro says Lamar, huge gamble, but he won. He did win. He did win. So, hey, that's a win for him. That's a win potentially for my future fantasy football team, potentially. Potentially. So, we'll see. But I'm happy to have that storyline behind us and to also not have to talk about Aaron Rodgers every single day. So happy that those two storylines are going to be removed. Now Lamar's got to live up to that contract. Let's see. Saturday Pro says that Jackson Smith, lots of weapons for the Jets. I mean, how many weapons do the Jets need for Aaron Rodgers at this point? You already got Garrett Wilson. You picked up Alan Lazar. You got who's ahead of Corey Davis and stuff like that. You got a ton of pieces right there. And so, because I know they did pick up Alan Lazar. Hold on, let me see. As we await the Jets' official pick here. Hmm. Oh, and they also picked up Miko Hardman from Kansas City as well. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, it says stop booing this kid. Let's see. Saturday Pro says you can give them Mahomes and the Jets would screw it up. Is what they do. I agree with that. It's what they do. All right, so we got the Make a Wish kid here, Kyle Stickles, to announce the pick. This is exciting for him. You said, there you go, cheer people. Ooh, so they went edge. They took Will McDonald. You know what? That makes a lot of sense right there, considering who their head coach is and stuff like that. So go ahead and continue to work on the defense. That makes a lot of sense for them. And more importantly, no more offensive players off the board. So, okay, okay, I'm with that. Let's see. Saturday Pro says, I wanted that kid to boo the commissioner. Let's see. Carmichael says, that's a reach with Nolan Smith still on the table. So on the board, let's see. Saturday Pro says everyone's mock makes no sense now, and so you're right about that. You're right about that. In every mock that I have for the Jets, I had them take an offensive tackle. But to be fair, it was before they made that trade with the Packers and stuff like that. So therefore, it did move them back to where all the tackles I had them taking no longer on the board. But they went Will McDonald there, so we'll see how this works out for them. So now we got the Commanders on the clock right now. So Ode, brace yourself, because after the Commanders here, we're up again. Ode says Jackson Smith and Jigma, Zay Flowers, or Gonzalez, please, Bill Belichick and Kraft. Saturday Pro says that linebacker not even a first round option. Carmichael says I at least had Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, right? You know what? That's more than I had last year because I was wrong with the first pick. I thought it should have been Aiden Hutchinson. I was wrong about that in terms of who they were actually going to select. But maybe if they listen to JB, maybe things might have been a little bit different. Saturday Pro says, oh, Belichick picks fifth round safety. Oh, it says Patriots take Gonzalez, then trade back in the first and draft Zay Flowers would be the best idea. It makes too much sense to where you already know how that's going to play out, Ode. They say the Commanders pick is in. So, Commanders, not wasting any time here, but we know there'll be a minute before the commissioner lets us know. Saturday Pro says Zay Flowers ain't going anywhere. Now, who will the Commanders select? And then after the Patriots, you've got the Lions coming back up there again. Carmichael says, "Old Pat's gonna trade back again." Old says, "Watch Bill Belichick and Kraft trade down from 17." I really think that's a possibility, old man. It's a possibility that they will do it again. Let's see. Old says, "JB, if Patriots take Will, I'm breaking my teeth." Let's not get that conversation started there, old. Let's not give that any life there. That's not going to happen, right, guys? That's not going to happen. Braden says, "Watch the Pats select a player I've never heard of." Saturday Pro says, "I want the Bills to trade out of 27 old and JB, and others." And so that, hey, that it would be smart. I feel like for the Buffalo Bills, they can find a lot of value tomorrow. So if trading out of pick 27 right now, go ahead and get you a couple more extra players for tomorrow and such. There are some players there, especially we're talking linebackers around that, especially third round and stuff like that. Saturday Pro says, "Don't speak into that, that into." But again, the Commander's pick is in. Just how long before we find out what the pick is? RIP. That's right. Jerry Springer. Yes, 79 years old, passed away. Yes, that's right. That was huge news to find that out earlier today. That was absolutely huge news right there. So, yes, RIP to Jerry Springer. So, we're at pick number 16. So, we're basically halfway through the draft here in the first round. Let's see Saturday process. Where will I get my daytime TV filth now? And so that's the question. Old says, "I need to see what Bill Belichick and Kraft will do." So we officially have a halfway mark here. Let's see. Old says, "Arch Manning looked horrible." Saturday process. "The draft is a little less exciting when your team's great." You said this is what it's like, Pats fans. And so, actually, Saturday Pro, there's not a year that went by that I was not excited for the draft. Whether it was drafting Logan Mankins, whoever, every year was always fun. It's just that this year it has a lot more weight to it here. Let's see. Oh, it says now you know how it is to be a Pats to have a. I'm sorry, to be a Pats fun when it comes to the draft. And so Carmichael says that the Commanders take Emmanuel Forbes. So, ooh, they went Emmanuel Forbes at cornerback here. Okay, so they went corner, but Emmanuel Forbes. And you say, dudes, Gonzalez and Porter are still on the board. Yeah, I'm a little. I I'm shocked. I'm shocked here. I'm a little shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that Forbes would be there in the second round. About halfway in the second, maybe even towards the end. But the Commanders, they like what they like. Saturday process. These players not even on my list. Oh, it says JB. All three are still there, and that's exactly why Bill's gonna trade back. Oh, look at that. They say the Patriots pick is in. Oh, okay. I'm a little nervous now. The pick is in quick. I'm very nervous. We're actually gonna pick. We're actually gonna do this. Zay Flowers. Is that gonna be the pick? Is that gonna be the name? And you say, well, let's go into the Bucks. And so, yeah, I see that as well. I see that as well. Come on, Commissioner. Don't keep me waiting. Don't keep me waiting. Let's see. Sunday process. The Belichick's a trendsetter. You say it was 7 seconds. They knew immediately who it was going to be. It's like they were peeking at the Commanders draft board or something. But yeah, congratulations to the kid, though. Congratulations to him going to the Commanders there. And we'll see how things pan out. There you go, old Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. Wow. So there it is. So as far as we know, oh, the Commanders could have done us a favor and maybe took the guy that Bill was maybe thinking about. Who knows? But we got Christian Gonzalez. He listened to you, old. He listened to you. You say the old logo is way better. Christian Gonzalez here. So we go cornerback here. Okay. Okay. JB's like, okay. JB still wants a receiver. I still want a receiver. And I know exactly what receiver I want. So I need us to trade up. Let's see. Oh, it says let's go. Remember what I said? Yes. Can we please trade up now? Can we please? We've been trading back for forever. Can we please trade up and just go ahead and draft the receiver? Let's see. Saturday process. Not a Patriots move. Not a top 10 player at 17. And so, I mean, that is huge. To think that he fell to the Patriots and we moved back and still got Gonzalez. Wow. That is, it hasn't even sinked in on me just yet. I was so ready to brace myself with disappointment, but we got our cornerback here. Oh, yeah, we have our cornerback here. Whew. Let's see. Carmichael said, you don't think the Pats are going to trade up? And so, well, I can dream, I can dream, you know. But yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, let's see. Carmichael says, you know what, JB? I feel like the Steelers in the past did each other a favor. And so, I agree. I agree. I agree. I have to agree with that. We picked up an extra fourth round pick and still got us that cornerback that we needed. So that's big. Saturday Pro says, Jay, we don't know how to react to Pats getting a good player, lol. Oh, man. So we got cornerback here. JB really wanted a receiver here. Will Levis is like, I did not expect to still be on the board here. Well, you should have. Let's see. Saturday Pro says, maybe factual, maybe cruel. Carmichael says the Steelers get a future left tackle for Kenny Pickett and the Pats get Gonzalez. So, yes, yes. So next up is Detroit, and then we'll have Tampa Bay on the clock, and then Seattle will come up again. Right now, Will Levis is wondering if he made the right decision to show up to the draft today. Let's see, Carmack says the Lions could select Joey Porter or Nolan Smith. And so you're right. You're right. They could take either or right now. They have some options here, so they can take either or. Let's see, Saturday Pro says we are all slow, small, and lanky. And Carmichael says the pick is in. So let's see what this pick will be. Knowing that at pick 22 and at pick 23, the Chargers and Ravens are coming up on the board, receivers will be taken off the board. Come on, Bill, get on the phone here. Do something unprecedented. If you want results, do something unprecedented. Call Tampa Bay. Saturday Pro says wide receivers, JB. You say non first round good. And so, I mean, I say Jackson Smith and Jigma there. And I still believe in the kid from USC as well. But I wouldn't trade up for the kid from USC. Zay Flowers to me is like a safe bet right there. Like Zay Flowers is him and Jackson Smith and Jigma are the two receivers that I would want in the first round. Those two. Let's see. Old says people are saying the Pats fumbled the bag. I mean, we had an opportunity. You see my reaction. I get why we did what we did, but given the cornerbacks are still on the board for later on, I really prefer that we had went ahead and drafted a receiver, whether it be Zay Flowers or whether it be Jackson Smith and Jigma. I mean, I'm happy we got Gonzalez. I am, but I really felt that if I was making a pick, it would have been one of those two receivers. Carmichael says that Tampa's going to be taking Will Levis. I feel like at this point they're just putting the Pickets up there prematurely at this point. Let's see. O says I really think the Pats would trade up for a receiver. I, but which receiver will be the question though? Which receiver will we trade up for? Because if we wait a couple more picks, the ones that we really, really need won't be on the board. Let's see. O says he's saying people can't be happy. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. There are plenty of picks to go in this draft. We're just at pick number 18, and we're about to find out what Detroit is going to do with this pick, considering how many picks that they have in the top 43 picks. This will be fun. All right, want to see what Detroit's going to do here. Tomorrow is going to be a huge day for us now, Old. Second and third round, that's going to be a huge day for us. Ooh, so Detroit does go linebacker, but they take Jack Campbell, another Iowa Hawkeye. You know what? That fits the mold of what Dan Campbell's all about. A guy like that, Jack Campbell, that makes a lot of sense right there for that team. I thought they might have done it in the second round, but hey, they got their guy. Carmichael says that the Lions picked Jack Campbell. So they got an offensive playmaker, then they got a stud on defense here, and Detroit is not done. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for them as well. All right, so now we've got the Buccaneers on the clock. Carmichael says the Steelers still have pick one on day two, and so that's right. Will set the tone for tomorrow, unless you guys decide to trade back. The pick is in. That's right. In the post Tom Brady era, let's see. Oh, it says JB, I'm so happy Bill Belichick did it again. We got him and a fourth. And so, exactly, he got the guy that Bill Belichick was aiming for. There's no doubt he was aiming for him and still picked up a fourth round pick. It's great when it works out. And that's going to come in very handy, that fourth round pick. As we know, fourth round picks, a lot of talent be there in the fourth round. All right, let's see. Old says the Patriots should trade up with the Seahawks and draft a receiver. And so, I mean, if we're going to make a trade to get back up for one of these first round receivers, I feel like it has to be that pick. If it's not Tampa Bay, it has to be that pick. And since Tampa's pick is in, it has to be Seattle. In the zone, what's good with ya? What's good with you? You say, my guy, you like that pick y'all got? And so I do like it. I do like it. You know, we got a cornerback here, cornerback one for us. So this is huge right here. This is huge. We traded back, still picked up a fourth round pick while drafting a top 10 talent. You can't help but love that. I still want us to draft a receiver though, and I'm hoping that we trade up, which I know is not very characteristic of us, but I'm hoping that we do it. And let's see. Old says second, two fourths, and a fifth next year for number 20 should get it done. And so that would be, I mean, if that happened right there, old man, then JB can start dreaming again of better days. He said, yeah, y'all needed cornerback help. And so, yeah, thanks to you guys in the zone. I mean, the way that Justin Jefferson went to work against us and stuff like that, it was just embarrassing to watch. Ooh, Kalijah Cansey. So they went D tackle here. The defensive tackle from Pitt. Braden says if Jackson Smith and Jigma keeps falling, trade up Green Bay. And let's see. Carmichael says Tampa selects Kalijah Cansey. And the Zoe says, hope my Vikings get Jordan Addison or another receiver. I mean, the way that this draft is going, this is very well a possibility. All right, let's see. And the Zoe says, I'm DM after the draft. And so, okay, bet, bet, bet. The day, like Friday, like after the draft should be a holiday. It really should be a holiday. Well, another defensive tackle from Pitt. Let's see how this one plays out. And let's see. And the Zoe says, "You're a real one, JB, no cap." And so, of course, hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that and appreciate you. Absolutely. And so, but what a pick here. Okay, so Tampa Bay went defensive tackle here. So now we got the Seahawks here on the board, and JB is begging. He is begging the Patriots to pick up the phone with the Seahawks here and try to trade up for this pick here. And you said, I ain't like that Lions last pick. With the dude that they got from you said from Clemson. You didn't like the Lions last. Well, the Lions got the that linebacker from Campbell with their last pick there. But you didn't like that pick there. I thought Campbell was someone that maybe very early second round would have went off the board there. But Detroit's got so many picks there in the top 43 picks that if they got a guy, if they just want to make sure that they secure him, you got to do it. Man, they keep showing JB all this food and stuff like that. Oh, you said you would have gotten the dude from Clemson. You know, I almost forgot he was on the board still. I almost forgot he was still on the board and stuff like that. And so that would have been a. But hey, I mean, he's still an option. Still an option. The choice got plenty of picks. And right now, Seattle here on the board. I am begging for a trade to happen right now. Let it be a trade right now and let it be the Patriots on the phone. And you say that Ohio State receiver still there, must draft. Yes, he is still there on the board. And it's on my mind heavy right now in the Zoe. It is on my mind heavy right now. I mean, him or Zay Flowers. Like, I really like if we get Zay Flowers, man, somehow, some way. Oh my goodness. This is the start of something different if we can actually find a way to trade up and acquire Zay Flowers before the Chargers or the Ravens take him. Come on, Bill Belichick. Listen to me. You listen to me. Good things are going to happen. I tried to tell him this. I think I wanted him to select. I think it was A.J. Brown that I wanted him to select back when the Patriots selected N'Keal Harry. He never takes my advice. Listen to me for once. Let's see. Old says they will go in the next four picks, and so yes, they will. We all know that they will. We know it. Bill, listen to me. Bill, please listen to me. Pick up the phone. You've got 2 minutes to make this happen, Bill. Again, this is pick number 20 coming up. All right. Old says he needs to listen to you. He took Gonzalez. Now trade up. I see Schefter up there, so let me see what Schefter's talking about. Yep, Will's not loving it right now. You say you're truly thankful for the Packers. I'm thankful for the Commanders as well, choosing to go Forbes over Gonzalez. We'll see how that pans out. Come on, Patriots here. Come on. Trade up. Pick up the phone, Bill. Pick up the phone. Carmichael says the pick is in. Well, let's see what the Seattle Seahawks select here. Braden is not happy right now. He's not happy. Let's see. Oh, it says this tells me Bill Belichick and Kraft not high on Zay Flowers. Oh, it says the Patriot fans better be happy. You know that won't happen, Ode. You know that will not happen. All right, so the Seahawks pick is in. Let's see. Braden says I don't hate the player, but I hate where he was picked. And again, we are pick 20 here. Seahawks took him. Jackson Smith and Jigma. Selected by the Seattle Seahawks, the team that has Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and now Jackson Smith and Jigma, trying to do their best to solidify Geno Smith and the future of this offense. Let's see, Carmichael says, man, y'all have to be going through it. Well, congratulations there, Jackson Smith and Jigma. My team had a shot. We opted not to. So congratulations there. And Seattle, hey, they know how to treat a wide receiver down there. So that's big time. Oh, it says Patriots need to trade up. Braden says, and there he goes. Black says too many damn receivers over there. And so, man, like they got the receivers. They got the receivers. Oh, it says that's a great pick. And so, oh, great pick for them. Great place for him. Still saddened that we passed on him, though. But, JB will be okay. And the Chargers. Will the Chargers be the team to take Zay Flowers off the board? Y'all check on your boy Will Levis now. He's not okay right now. He he is not okay right now. All right, so the Chargers here are on the clock. And let's see. Black says Will Levis sucks. Should have played the bowl game. I mean, look at that. They got the best cornerback and best receiver in this year's draft. And then last year they got Kenneth Walker the third. That was great. Charles Cross. I mean, look at what they've been doing, y'all. Like Seattle's building. Let's see. Oh, it says the Seahawks have killed the last two drafts. Yes. Come on, Chargers. You know you want to make that trade. You don't want that pick. Carmichael says that the pick is in. Braden says Payne. Well, we're going to see what the Chargers do here. Look at that. As we await the pick for the Chargers here, some of us just sit in silence here. Let's see. Oh, it says tomorrow and Saturday, as of right now, going to be big for New England unless they trade up. And so, oh yes, tomorrow is going to be huge. And obviously, you know, day three. That's when Bill likes to work his magic. Day three and stuff like that. So, oh, it says that Will is pissed. Yes, he's like, if the Vikings don't call him, I mean, let's see what the Chargers do. And all right, so the Chargers, they go receiver Quentin Johnson. I ain't mad at that because that means that Zay Flowers is still on the board. So I am not mad about that at all. Quentin Johnson to the Chargers. Okay, okay. JB's happy about that. That means we still got hope. But with Baltimore on the clock, whew, again, the Chargers select the receiver from TCU, Quentin Johnson. Let's see. Old says, okay, thank you, Chargers. Old, we still need the Baltimore Ravens to make a mistake. And then we're gonna need Minnesota to not draft our guy as well. And then the Giants when they're up there. And then oh man, there's too many teams up there. We gotta trade up. We gotta trade up now. Either trade with Baltimore or if they drop the ball, maybe trade with Minnesota, maybe. I don't know. Like we need to be on the phone heavy right now. Bill needs to call until they block him at this point. Call until you get blocked. Insane. All right, so we got two receivers off the board. Let's see. Oh, it says I'm saying second, two fourths, and then 2024 third. We got to make this happen now. Oh, we got to pick up the phone right now. Pick up the phone right now. Help our young quarterbacks out. Whew, boy. All right, so Baltimore here on the clock. Let's see. What's something that Baltimore would normally do? I mean, Nolan Smith is still on the board, right? So it's possible they could. Yeah, so they could go Nolan Smith potentially, right? JB's trying to give himself some hope here. Oh man, Zay Flowers, my guy, Zay Flowers. Please, please. Let's see who's available at running back here. Yeah, obviously we know quarterback, Hendon Hooker as well. Offensive tackles. Okay, got a guard here. TCU got some players represented this year. Center. It could go Miles Murphy as well, knowing how Baltimore likes to pick. But Nolan Smith, I mean, you said Ravens are going to take Zay Flowers. I'm just trying to give myself some hope here, old man. That's all I'm trying to do. Give myself some hope. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Old says people do understand Bill Belichick is one of the best to work with cornerbacks, and so oh yeah, that's a slam dunk right there. If there's one thing we don't miss on, let me be careful about that. But we do really good with cornerbacks, especially someone of his caliber and stuff like that. Especially someone of his caliber. So that is big time. And he took one in the first round as GG's, and so yep. So Baltimore here on the clock. Meanwhile, my phone is just blowing up. Yeah, if Minnesota doesn't do it, Will Levis should just pack it up and go home early. Let's see, Black says turn off the notifications, JB. uh, that's right. Lamar Jackson got the new deal. They got OBJ. Will they go receiver and make that room even richer? I feel like Baltimore really wants to bring in a guy like Nolan Smith, though. But Baltimore's pick is in, so we'll find out soon. Carmichael says the pick is in. Oh, it says, dang it, Ravens, please don't do it. Is this it, old? Is this where we just have to accept the reality that it is what it is? And barring some type of trade for a veteran, that's just not going to happen. Because even if we survive this one, we still have the Vikings who can use a wide receiver too, and then we still have the Giants who can use a receiver. As we sit here and just await. Well, that's it. Zay Flowers off the board. Yep, they took receiver Zay Flowers and a tremendous pick there for the Baltimore Ravens. This kid's going to be a star. Oh, it says, I'm starting to think Pats are done for today. And so, oh yeah, with Zay Flowers off the board, we're done for today. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. Zay Flowers. Big time, big time, big time. Let's see. Oh, it says Bill Belichick and Kraft didn't like Zay Flowers. There's a lot to like about him. But I know he'll be happy down there in Baltimore. He'll be very happy down there with the Ravens. And hey, Lamar got the bag, and he got him a new weapon. Good day here for the Baltimore Ravens. Reminds me a lot of Anquan Bolden. Let's see. Oh, it says they brought him in so much, but I'm not upset. And so, yeah, there's still plenty of things to play to pan out tomorrow. So I'll look and see what the receiver board is going to look like. Obviously, with Minnesota up, the Giants up, all that stuff. So, still got Jordan Addison, in which, hey, if I'm Jordan Addison, Minnesota makes a lot of sense right there for him. I'm surprised they got Jaden Reed ranked so high right there. I don't see that. Yep. Braden says boo the Vikings. Ode says we got cornerback one and a fourth round pick. And so that's right. That's right. That's right. This draft could have gone anyway. So we'll take that. Now there's 1,000 highlights y'all could have showed, but y'all had to show that highlight. Let's see. You say you wouldn't mind trading up for the Ron Jones or Washington tight end. I mean, if we can get Jones now, if we can trade up for Jones, then that'd be great. But unless Washington falls to us at that point, because we got what? We got Hunter Henry, we got Gazeki now, so not trading up, I guess. But hey, we need to solidify that offensive line as well. Like we can use the offensive line as well. Let's see, Brandon says JB feeling just like me right now. Oh man, I mean, I don't like. I'm just like, I mean, I know the pick that we made is great. Like pick 17, that's great. I just want us to be a little bit more aggressive right now. Seeing how the rest of the division is, be a little bit more aggressive, and then just trade up there. And we had opportunities to get us another receiver. Let's see, Black says 5'9" receiver, and so 5'9" receiver. JB wanted him. JB wanted him. Oh shoot, let's see. Huh. First Boston College receiver to ever get drafted in the first round. All right, let's see. All right, so with Minnesota here on the clock here, will someone look to jump in the first round for Will Levis? And we are at pick 23 here, so And Minnesota's going to melt this one down all the way to the final second, it feels like. All right, so we got the pick in. Carmichael says the pick is in. All right, I'm waiting to see what the Vikings are going to select. All right, so that is going to be wide receiver Jordan Addison there. So he is going to be a Minnesota Viking. Carmichael says the Vikings select Jordan Addison. So Minnesota gets another receiver, one to replace Adam Thielen there in that offense. So the pick is in for him. And, well, unless you're Will Levis, who's just looking at the rest of the board like, yep, unless somebody trades up, that's a wrap. So there's a trade right now. So the Giants are actually on the clock here. So they traded up. Okay. Let's see. Carmichael says that Joey Porter is falling. He wants to double dip here. Let's see. Oh, it says Josh Downs will be the next receiver taken. Braden size. Carmichael says the Steelers could trade up. Oh, it says Bill Belichick trade up now for Deron Jones or Darnell Washington. Bill is going to be staying content the rest of the night right now. Let's see. Carmichael says, never mind. Giants might select them. Braden says, yep, the Giants are going to take Downs. Carmichael says that he's surprised that Porter is still on the board. What was Porter's 40 time? And again, we've got the Giants on the board right now. And let's see, after them, so we've got the Giants, and then we've got the Jaguars on the board, and then we've got the Cowboys coming up. Then the Buffalo Bills at pick 28. And then Cincinnati at 29, Saints at 30, and then 31 Kansas City. That's the O says. I can definitely see Patriots trading back up in the second round or up in the second round. Cam Smith is still up there too. Carmichael says the pick is in. So the pick is in. So we're going to see what the Giants do here. Will they go wide receiver here? Again, the Giants acquired tight end Darren Waller this offseason. So they'll be looking for some more offensive pieces because we all know that Waller loves being on the sideline throughout the season. Let's see. Carmichael says you forgot Julius Brent. And so Black laughs. All right, so give me 1 second here. Okay. And again, awaiting the pick here for the New York Giants. All right, so let's see what they're going to do. We've got a trade. What? So the Bills on the clock? Well, things just got interesting here. All right, so the Giants pick is in, so this must be a trade for the Jaguars pick then. You you say the Giants picked Dante Banks? Yep, Dante Banks. And so I guess that Buffalo trade must have been for Jacksonville. All right, so I mean Dante Banks there, definitely first round caliber type of cornerback there. Let's see. O says the Bills are taking offensive tackle or downs. Let's see. Carmichael says the Bills could take Nolan Smith. Ooh, Nolan Smith. I would like that right there. I would. They did see the Cowboys up there, so they was like, let us make sure we get in front of them. So that would be an excellent pick for them. Let's see. Braden says Bills on the clock. Let's see. Ola says, and I'm not worried about downs. Marcus Jones will lock him up. Well, let's find out what Buffalo moved up for. Let's see. O says it looks like. Let's see. Looks is Rivers 2.0. I mean Josh Allen. Yeah, Will Levis is not okay, guys. Let's see. Carmichael says if Joey Porter falls to the second, Pittsburgh will take him. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. All right, so the Bills pick is in. Pick number 25, which means we are winding it down. We've got a few more picks in the first round. right, so let's see what the Buffalo Bills have selected, what they traded up for. Let's see. O says at least Will is winning off the field. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. As they like to say on the commercial, you're in good hands. So we'll see. Let's see. O says why is Will rubbing and patting his mom leg though? And so it's a question you'd have to ask him that one. Oh, so Buffalo did it for a tight end. Okay, so they took the tight end from Utah there. So Dalton Kincaid. Okay. Okay, so we have the first tight end off the board there. Okay. So that's what Buffalo had their eyes on, and they knew that Dallas was coming up and that Dallas had the potential to consider a tight end there. So, okay. All right, so Buffalo got the tight end that they wanted. Let's see. Oh, it says thank you, Bills. Let's see. Carmichael says Michael Mayer to the Cowboys. Like this pick should come in very quick because that's exactly what it probably should be. The Bills was like, there's just too many receivers taken off the board. Let us go ahead and get a receiving tight end instead. Let's see. Oh, it says Patriots trade up for Darnell Washington. He's like, if I knew I was going to be drafted for sure, I would have showed up to the actual draft. But this year's surprise is Nolan Smith and Joey Porter Jr. The surprise that they're still, on the board at this point. I thought Miles Murphy might be a little bit higher as well. Oh, it says Mayor is pissed. Jerry's looking at Mike like, Mike, will you be quiet? I'm trying to think here. This is my team, my draft. Just sit there. Dang, Harris, that was poor coverage there. All right, so Cowboys are having their internal debate. We will see what they end up picking. After that, right now, the Jaguars will be next after the Cowboys. So Cowboys pick is in, and we'll see if they follow up with a tight end of their own here. All right, we're going to see what the Cowboys select here. Okay, so they made their selection and they went defensive tackle. So Mozzie Smith, the defensive tackle from Michigan. Okay, so that's someone I thought that the Saints might end up sneaking and taking, but Dallas went D tackle here. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Carmichael says the Cowboys picked Mozzie Smith. Old says Cowboys, LOL. And so that's Dallas for you. Jerry Jones made that pick himself. Made that selection himself. All right, so next up is the Jaguars. All right, so we are officially at pick number 27 here. So we've still got three more picks after the Jaguars make their selection. All right, so they say the Jaguars pick is in. As see, Carmichael says the pick is in. Well, this has been a very interesting first round, for sure. A lot of trades, a lot of surprises. The fact that we had two running backs go in the top 15 this year. All right, so Jacksonville pick is in, and we will see what Jacksonville opts to do. Let's see. O says he's really happy with Bill Belichick and Kraft right now. Hey, if they can find a way tomorrow to acquire us, I was about to say, how many ladies does he have around his arm? Gee, like I feel like this man's got a whole solid rotation right now. Is that even the same one? But let's see. All right, so Carmichael says the Jags they take Anton Harrison. So okay, okay, so yeah, they went and got the big man there, 6'4", 315 pounds. They're out of Oklahoma. Okay. All right, so the tackle from Oklahoma to help your offense out that way. Oh, okay, I'm all for it. So Jacksonville got their guy. Next on the clock, the Cincinnati Bengals. So we got just four picks left. And so, Vit Lifer, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? How are you doing? How are you doing? And again, pick 28 coming up for the Cincinnati Bengals here. And so after Cincinnati, we'll have the Saints on the clock. Carmichael says the pick is in. Carmichael, you are definitely ahead of me. Let's see. Braden says Michael Mayer gonna be the pick. So you think this is where he's gonna end up going here, Michael Mayer? And so, hey, that'd be a really good pick. I would love to see that be the case there because obviously you already know what they got offensively there. So that would be really huge right there if the Bengals were able to do that. Um, I would like that. I would like that. Let's see. You say who you think the Bengals are gonna take. So with this one right here, I would not be surprised. When it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals right here, I'm trying to think of their roster makeup and what, based upon who's on the board. Let's take a look right now at the overall board right now. And so the fact that Nolan Smith is on the board, I find that very interesting there. But looking at some players who could potentially be, still got Jones on the board. I like him. Just looking around at some of the, I mean, would a guy like Mal Murphy's right now make some sense? I can't even remember who I had for Cincinnati in my mock draft, like what positions I had for Cincinnati there. But tight end would be nice. I mean, if I was Cincinnati, I probably would go ahead and take that tight end Mayer from Notre Dame. If I was Cincinnati, that's probably what I would do. Because to me, you get a guy like this, you're getting a star, another star offensively there. So I would really go Michael Mayer if I was Cincinnati. But that's what I would do. Let's see. Old says these couple receivers are Darnell Washington and Darren Jones left. That's right. So Cincinnati is going up there, and Carmichael's already beat us. That's why Carmichael wanted us to go back so he can be first. But he says Miles Murphy. Okay, okay, Miles Murphy. So finally, Murphy gets his name called and stuff like that. A little bit later than I thought it was going to be, but hey, Cincinnati, that's a great place right there for him. Let's see. Braden says they didn't. But hey, Miles Murphy, that's a great piece right there. And look at him. He looks like a Cincinnati Bengal right there. So that's a good pick for them. Now we have the Saints on the clock. And at this point, all JB can think about is let's wrap up this first round here, go to sleep, because JB is already tired. Let's see. Carmichael says, nah, JB, it's just I'm going faster for me now. And let's see. O says that is a great pick for them. Let's see. Carmichael says, I'll stop until you find out. And so, oh, it's good. It's good. Because by the time you say it, my phone also gets a notification. It just doesn't show up on my TV yet. All right, so the Saints are on the clock. I really thought that like a guy like Mozzie Smith, who went a couple picks earlier, would have been a good pick there for the Saints. But we'll see what the Saints decide to do here. And let's see. Bit says, just shared you on Twitter because even though I just found your channel, I really like your stream and attitude. And so, hey, I appreciate that and I appreciate you. Most definitely, most definitely. And definitely feel free to join us, tomorrow for day two, second and third round, and also Saturday. So JB's going to be here committed to the cause and seeing this one through because y'all know I love the draft. Absolutely love the draft here. And what is your favorite team, by the way? What is your favorite team? Is it the Bengals? It might be on your thing there, but I can barely see here. So, but yeah, we've got the Saints here on the board. Wow, that's the first defensive lineman that the Bengals have taken in the first round since 2001. Wow, wow, that is interesting. I forgot Keon White still on the board there. That'd be a good day to pick for somebody to get Keon White. Let's see. You say your favorite team is the Packers. So you hear that, Braden? You've got another Packer guy here. Bet, bet. And let's see. Old says, I'll be here for you, JB. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes. Gonna need you guys to stay here with me, especially on Saturday. Because I remember how long that was last year on Saturday. So most definitely. Let's see. Carmichael says, another Packers fan. I feel like on my stream, it's like if we had to go with the NFC, like it would probably be mostly Packer fans. If we went AFC, it would probably be maybe what do y'all think? Chief fans and stuff like that. I know at one point throughout the season, especially the regular season, there's a lot of Chief fans and stuff like that. So let's see. Carmichael says he'll be here tomorrow. Carmichael, I'm concerned about your essay. I hope that you found time to write your essay in between all of these picks and stuff like that. If it's due tomorrow. But again, pick number 29 right here, the Saints on the clock. And they just saw the Falcons earlier take Bijah Robinson, running back number one, earlier. And they saw Carolina get their quarterback of the future in Bryce Young. So what will the Saints do? Tampa Bay went defensive tackle though, so they took a chance on Chancey, and we'll see if it pays off. But if it pays off, it'll really pay off. All right, let's see if it says probably Chiefs, Patriots, Dolphins, or Rams fans. And let's see, Carmichael says, JB, my essay will be fine. I got 11 out of 500 words. I'll get it done tomorrow. And so, hey, the first 50 words are always the most difficult, at least for me, because once I get into a groove, then I can start writing and stuff like that. I remember one time I had a paper that I did in college and stuff like that. It was like a sponsorship proposal type of project, so it was like five of us in a group, but I wrote 80 of the 82 pages like by myself and stuff like that at that time. I was a junior and stuff like that in college, and I wrote 80 of the 82 papers on a paper that we ended up making like I think it was like a 96 or something like that on it. And like that professor rarely gave out A's and stuff like that in his class. So I remember that was like, yeah, that was crazy. So back in the day, JB used to get into the zone when it came to writing papers. All right, so the Saints pick is in right now. So is it going to be something to help Derek Carr and this offense out? Or will they stick to the traditional route of trying to get, usually the Saints like to get defensive players, usually defensive ends, I noticed early in the draft. But let me just take a look at the defensive tackles. Like, so I mean, they could go either Benton or maybe even Breezy from Clemson. Just looking at players that look like Saints type of players, both Felix and Keon as well. If they choose to go defense. All right, let's see. But it says, by the way, I found your channel through this Facebook group that your wife posted. And so, hey, appreciate the support there from wifey there. Appreciate that. Nice. I have tried. I don't know how she finds Facebook groups that allow you to post because when I've tried, like when I first got started, they would not let those links stay up there. So that's impressive. Impressive. Let's see. Carmichael says the Saints pick Brian Breeze, and so hey, they did it. They did what I kind of sort of said they had a possibility. I didn't exactly project that, but I said they were going to either take him or Benton. So okay, so they got their guy. I like it. 6'6", 300 pounds from Clemson. That is huge. That is huge. All right, so we got defensive tackle Clemson. So Brian Breeze. So I like that pick. That's the kind of pick that is a Saints type of pick right there because they love working on the D line. And so for the Saints, that's always their marquee. You look at who their head coach is right there. They want to dominate with the defensive line, and then it'll translate to the secondary and so forth for them. So that's a pick that's just sticking with tradition right there for the Saints of their formula for success, and we'll see how that pays off. All right, so Carmichael says the Saints pick Ryan Breeze, and you say Joey Porter. I'd get closer into the Steelers' reach, and so yes. But what if, with the Eagles on the clock right now, I feel like this is the last possible scare right now when it comes to Joey Porter. If they end up taking him, if they don't end up taking him, I don't know what the Chiefs are going to do. But I mean, hey, if he's in the second round, there's no doubt that the Steelers are going to end up drafting Joey Porter Jr. I feel like there's no doubt if he's there in the second round. Like, there you go. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, JB, how many Steeler fans other than me have been on your page that you can remember? Well, Carmichael, I remember that there was this one guy that came through, but I think he just came through that one time that he was a Steelers fan. He thought that this was a Steelers channel because it was during the preseason, and I was saying that Kenny Pickett should start over Mitchell Trubisky because I remember that he donated some money on that stream, and then when he found out that I was not a Steelers fan per se, like I mean I don't hate the Steelers obviously, but he found out that this wasn't a Steelers channel, I should say, then he wanted his money back afterwards, and so that's the only other Steeler fan that I can think of as of right now in terms of a hardcore Steeler fan that came through the channel. I know there's another Steeler fan that's in our fantasy football league. But I don't think he comes through on our channel and stuff like that. So he's the other one that comes to mind. I know quite a few Steeler fans, quite a few from the Antonio Brown days and Le'Veon Bell days. We had our back and forths. Let's see. Carmichael says, "Wow." Yeah, I remember that because like he agreed with everything that I was saying and stuff like that. The only thing is he wants to support a Pittsburgh Steeler channel only, and so that's why he did not stay. But he was a cool guy. He was a cool guy. Yeah, Will Levis, looking at the board right now. You can go ahead and pack it up, buddy. Let's see. Carmichael says Nolan Smith is still on the board. Last year, I felt the same way about what was that linebacker that I think the Eagles ended up drafting last year. Can you remember the linebacker that the Eagles drafted last year from the University of Georgia and stuff like that? I feel like each year there's a linebacker from Georgia now that just gets overlooked for whatever reason. But hey, the Eagles they like Georgia players, so why not go Nolan Smith? Why not? Well, last year we watched Malik Willis wait. I mean, and what a wait it was. I don't think Will Levis have to wait that long. I think he'll get selected in the second round by the Tennessee Titans tomorrow. Um, Second round by the Titans. If not the Titans, then maybe the Minnesota Vikings. But I feel like either the Titans or the Vikings will end up drafting him tomorrow. That's right, N'Kobe Dean. That's right, N'Kobe Dean and stuff like that. Because I remember I kept looking at the board and I kept looking at the board and I was like, N'Kobe Dean, like, why is he still there? And Leslie Carmichael said, this is the first time in a long time I've been on the stream the whole time. And so, yes, I mean, the draft, like, I know that you're happy with your Pittsburgh Steelers and you're just hoping, let us get to pick 32 right now with Joey Porter Jr. still on the board and stuff like that. I mean, things have just played out because when Washington took Forbes, where they took him, things worked out for my team. Being able to get a top 10 player at that pick and still be moved back and picked up an extra fourth. Okay. Okay, let's make the rest of them count too. Let's make the rest of them count as well. In terms of fantasy football, what do you guys think was the most interesting move today so far in terms of fantasy football? Carmichael says the Eagles just picked already. And so, all right, so the Eagles have made their selection. Wonder will they go safety? Will they go Brian Branch from Alabama? And the pick is in. You said hopefully not Joey Porter. I wouldn't be surprised if they go safety. Like I forgot Brian Branch was on the board, so I would not be surprised if that's the route that they end up taking. But the pick is in, so let us see. They took Jalen Carter earlier. Ah man, will they double dip on defense here? And then Kansas City. So we got two final picks here of the first round. So this will conclude around midnight. All right, so just awaiting the Eagles pick, and then we will have one final pick. Let's see, what do we have at edge as well? I mean, could they go Felix as well, defensive end? But they were in D tackle, so I doubt that to be the case there. All right, let's see what the Eagles have done. All right, so Nolan Smith is the pick. So the Eagles take Nolan Smith there. So another Georgia defender. Man, the Eagles cannot get enough of these Georgia defenders. Nolan Smith from Georgia. Wow. I mean, imagine that. Your selling point is, hey, come join UGA, and if you're on defense, you'll get drafted by the Eagles and stuff like that. Carmichael says, let's go. Joey is still there. That's right, with one pick remaining before the second round tomorrow. So one pick left in the first round, courtesy of the Miami Dolphins not following the rules and stuff like that. So getting docked their first round pick. Only one pick remains, and it's the Chiefs on the clock. So let's see. Will they make their pick? Will they trade their pick? Oh, yeah. So Carmichael's like, I cannot wait to return in that ticket for tomorrow. Braden says Philadelphia Bulldogs. Yeah, the Philly Bulldogs, right? All right. So for Kansas City, what do you guys think that the Chiefs will do here? Let's take a look at the offensive tackle position. Will this be where Dewan Jones goes here? I can see Dewan Jones potentially. Uh, I mean, maybe they like Pickens here from South Carolina. I mean, I know the kid from South Carolina, but also the kid here, Pickens. You got some options here. Carmichael says, here we go, Steelers. Let's look at the overall board. All right, so you say Dewan Jones is going to be the pick, is what Ode is saying here. I mean, yeah, he is massive. 6'8", 374 pounds. Imagine that, being able to protect Patrick Mahomes. It just makes too much sense right there. It's also a good potential place for a trade as well, though. I mean, if you're a team that does want to draft Will Levis and you want that fifth year option, now's your last chance to trade up in the first to select him if you want that fifth year option contract rise that teams love so much for quarterbacks. If you're a team like the Tennessee Titans, cough, cough, that might can use a quarterback of the future. so with Kansas City, the final pick of the first round, guys. And so with 2 minutes here, let's see if they'll take up the entire 2 minutes. Will Levis is somewhere begging that somebody trades up into the first right now for him. Nancy Carmichael says they're taking a while. Oh yeah, they want to milk this one down right here. All right, so the pick is in. So we're about to find out who that pick is. Braden says the Texans and Seahawks winning the draft so far. I mean, what Houston did was it was explosive. It was trend setting. It was saying that we're tired of being mediocre. We're tired of being a team that plays for a tie. We're actually going to go out there and try to win this time and help us rather than hurt yourself by losing. I mean, by winning, but still, to think. Christian Gonzalez. I would not have thought that my team would have ended up drafting him. That is great. That is great. That is great. Who's losing the draft so far in this one? Who do you guys think is losing the draft so far? All right, so with the Chiefs pick in, this will be the final one. Then afterwards, of course, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, in which the draft will start like an hour earlier than what it started tonight. But we'll have two rounds, the second and the third. Let's see. Old says you're so happy that the Pats got him. Carmacker says the Browns. Old says the Bills. I get why they drafted Dalton Kincaid. They looked at the receiver board and said, we need to go ahead and get us a tight end. If we can't get the receiver that we need, let's get that tight end. But I think tomorrow, I think a big trade is going to go down tomorrow. I think the Cardinals end up trading Hopkins tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow and it doesn't happen Saturday, then JB is just going to stop saying the whole trade thing's going to happen because I'm clearly jinxing it. But I think it's going to happen tomorrow. You say, but for real, Browns and Dolphins. And well, the Dolphins did it to themselves. If they followed the rules, they'd have a pick today. The Dolphins did it to themselves. But honestly, all these young men today, they are all winners. All of these young men today, they are all winners. I'm especially happy for Zay Flowers down there in Baltimore. I'm really happy for Lamar Jackson. He got paid, he got OBJ, and he got Zay Flowers as well. Baltimore is putting their best foot forward to try to help Lamar Jackson. So I do like that for him and stuff like that. Set him up in a position to succeed. Oh, what just happened there? All right, so yeah, so let's see. I mean, maybe Tennessee is a contender for a loser here because I don't feel like Tennessee got better at all. All right, so Kansas. Okay, gotcha. So Kansas City, they went defensive end. Okay, Felix from Kansas State. So Felix, bet. So that is the pick there for Kansas City with pick number 31, the edge rusher from Kansas State, keeping it in the state. I like it. So, as Carmichael says, let's go, Joey Porter. We will definitely hear his name called tomorrow and stuff like that, guys. But JB's going to go ahead and end it. It is just about midnight here on the East Coast, and we got tomorrow and Saturday, so JB needs to sleep because I still got work tomorrow. So, but hey, there's a lot of players that are still on the board. Brian Branch still on the board. I'm monitoring that situation right there. Let's see. Braden says they got a stud. Carmichael said Joey Porter's going to be a Steelers. Talk about a steal for the Steelers. Old says, great stream, JB. See you tomorrow. Yep, see you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It has been real. It's been great. But yeah, JB's got to get that sleep in. But you guys take care and see you tomorrow. Braden says, good night, JB. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow. And may our teams make the right decisions tomorrow, day two, where a lot of talent is still on that board. So yeah, but good night to you guys. And Will Levis, he may not have been drafted, but something tells me, based upon the people around him, he's going to be having a pretty good night.